Welcome back to another episode of AM in the PM with Amanda and Mark.
Howdy.
As you can see, we have
We're not alone today.
some guests today for episode number 69.
Nice. That's a thing.
You want to introduce our guests, Mark?
Absolutely, absolutely. We got Jenn and Alec in the stew today. How you guys doing?
Not too bad.
Doing pretty good.
Nice.
How are you?
Very good, very good. Thank you guys for coming to the humble abode here.
Appreciate being on.
Absolutely. Good stuff. We're excited to chat. I know Amanda has some topics that we kind of thought about that she probably doesn't remember.
No, I don't.
I don't have my phone. We're pretty basic,
No,
so it's all good.
I really don't have my phone. Jen, do you have the? She has them.
I do.
In text format.
Mm-hmm.
All good. But, no, yeah, I mean.
I don't know where they're at. But we did text a lot.
It's okay. Just find them. We'll start talking.
Is
Yeah.
it just the picture you sent me?
Yeah. And then it was also just like tattoos, I think,
Just
as
a bunch
well.
of tattoos. Bunch of tattoo pictures.
You can just go on the picture and just leave it. You can just leave it by you and we'll just go through it.
Yeah.
Thanks. Hopefully that ticking thing doesn't happen.
Yeah, you're good.
Sometimes the phone does some technical issues.
Oh, yeah.
We'll roll with it.
All right. I guess we'll just dive in since I
Head
made
first.
Mm-hmm.
these topics. So the first thing is how you guys met.
Mutual friends. No, just kidding.
Oh, well, no, I guess we
Mutual
should start
friends.
with how long have you guys
Mutual
been
friends. Next question.
How long have you guys been together?
A little over 7 months.
7 months.
Gotcha.
We met on Hinge. I was
Mhm.
joking about
Hinge?
before. Yeah.
I haven't heard of that one. I might have heard of that, but I haven't actually, definitely never used it. But give me a little background on that. I've heard of Bumble, heard of
Mhm.
Tinder. What's Hinge like? Just another one?
It's
Same
just
damn thing?
It's pretty close. It's a little different. Instead of
Instead
where
of
you're
like just swiping,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you have pictures intermittent with like you can choose different prompts that you can reply to.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Interesting.
So
Nice.
one of mine was, "What are you looking for?" And I was, and I was like, "Someone who will let me be their dog's mom."
And I happen to have a picture with my dog.
There you go.
And I was like, "Ah, yes,
Match made in heaven. Perfect.
This is the one."
Nice. So, Hinge. Interesting. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So, go ahead. Hit it.
It's crazy because we've talked to someone else like recently. I think that met on a dating app, and like I've never had these experiences. So this is always like so interesting to me. So where did you first like meet up at? Like your first date, I guess. Was it like were you? How long were you?
I mean, it was
It was during
it
COVID,
was
so
quarantine
couldn't really
time.
do much.
Mhm.
Okay.
COVID times,
Mhm.
November 2020.
Mm-hmm.
We texted for 5 days,
Nice.
Get to know each other a little bit. Then
and then I went over,
came over to my apartment and
Okay.
hung out, watch a movie.
Nice.
play with the dog.
Yeah, the dog is
the dog.
everything.
The dog is always enticing.
Yeah.
Gotta get to know the dog.
I mean, dogs are great judges of character.
Certainly.
Except his dog loves everybody, so we don't actually know.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's true.
Bad test there.
She likes people, doesn't like other dogs, which is interesting.
Hmm.
Don't know why.
Interesting.
Okay. This might be like too early to bring this up, but I feel like this is really important about how like neither of you want kids.
Wow, that was fast.
Neither of you want kids.
That is correct.
Not to be like, sorry, apparently I'm like exploding here today. But just because we were talking about the dog thing and like obviously, your dog is like your kid and like you're like the
Mhm.
mom of the dog and everything. So I mean, Jen can like go, but I obviously know like her point of view, but she can say how she feels about it. And I'd be interested to hear yours just because,
Fuck them kids.
Fuck.
I'm a toddler teacher, but fuck them
No,
kids.
like,
Wow.
God bless
I'm
you for doing
kidding.
that.
I'm kidding.
Figuratively.
I love all the children. I love all the children. I really do.
I don't know.
I love my job. It's
I've
okay.
known for a really long time that I did want to have kids. Like, literally from the age of 7.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't like them. They're loud. They're needy. They cry a lot. they're so boogery and messy. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that.
Mhm.
Also, I can barely take care of myself. How am I expected to take care of another human?
Responsible.
And I don't want to push that thing out of me.
Yeah. Me neither.
Yeah, and
That
I
whole-
just
no one knows.
for the record, I just want to say one more time, like I love kids, so I'm sorry.
If anybody's listening.
I'm sorry if
Okay.
anyone that I work with
Amanda
is
loves
listening.
kids.
I love kids.
I do not. We are
My
completely
dream used to be a
opposite.
mom, but we don't got to talk about me. Go ahead.
Amanda wants
Yeah.
them, wants to go. It's a beautiful process. Like, I can appreciate it.
Mhm.
I just don't want to go through it.
Respect.
The bloodline dies.
Well, I
with me.
respect that because honestly, I think
I mean, thankfully, I have a brother, but I don't know, like, if he wants it. I feel like he shares my viewpoints, so, like, our bloodline might just die.
Oh, wow.
after this.
Sayonara.
I mean, I'll be honest
Sheets are
with
over.
you, Jen. At first, like, I definitely thought it was strange just because my point of view is so different. But, like, I think it's interesting, and I just think it's good to own how you feel about it, you know? Like, I'm sure, I don't know what it's like to not want to have kids, but I'm sure, like, I just feel like it's so common. People probably, like, try to push it down your throat, like, have kids or whatever. And it's like, not if it's not for you. So.
Definitely.
Yeah, some people do. I mean, with me, I never really, growing up, never dealt with any kids, like
Okay.
babies. And then once I've, interacted first time with an actual infant, I'm like, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
And the guys I work with, these 17, 16-year-old kids are more childlike, I feel, than some infants. So I get enough parenting from that
Yeah.
than have to deal with, my own child. And I know she doesn't want to, and I'm not going to. I mean, we both don't want to. So.
Right. Well, it's good to be on the same page, or not even necessarily on the same page, but know where you both stand.
For sure.
I think that's, we've definitely talked about it before on this show. Man and I always say that early on you want to make sure that you're kind of on that same wavelength, or at least know where you stand. Because sounds like that's a check in both sides of the box there for you guys. Awesome. Awesome. I have a question, so I'm going to jump in here. We know Jen.
Mhm.
We just met Alec, just for anybody
Yeah.
that's watching.
Yeah.
So I think we should dive in a little bit
Exactly.
to,
yeah.
I don't want to put you on the spot here, my man, but we need to I think we should hear some of the background. So you mentioned work, and I think I've heard a little bit of some stuff, but what's kind of the background there and everything like that?
Okay, so I am a equipment manager at Pitt,
Nice.
working with both men's and women's basketball teams.
Nice.
How I got started in that is my sister was being recruited to play basketball at the University of Kansas.
Mhm.
And as a recruiting ploy, the coach asked me to be a student manager on the team.
Yeah.
I was like, absolutely. It's
Mhm.
Kansas. I love basketball.
Yeah.
All for it.
Mhm.
And then got involved in that. Graduated with supply chain management degree. Got my first job in Seattle, Washington, working with their men's program.
Mhm.
Lucky enough to win a conference championship there.
Mhm.
So got some hardware there, which was fun. And
Nice.
then got a call from admin out here in Pitt. And then came here, and first year was 2019. Got through that year, and then COVID hit.
Mhm.
Came back, was ready to meet somebody. Got on, all the apps, and
Yeah.
found this one.
What up, Jen?
Okay, wait. So where are you from?
Originally from Kansas,
Ah.
Kansas.
city called
We're not in
Olathe.
Kansas anymore.
Dorothy. Isn't that where
I
Dorothy's
was
from?
I
just
got that
thinking-
every family vacation
I
we
was
went
just
out of state.
thinking-
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Does anyone remember Foster's Home for Imaginary
Yes.
Friends?
Mhm.
It
You-
is hot in Topeka.
I have no clue what you're talking
Topeka,
about, but okay.
Kansas.
Yes.
Kansas. I've never been to Kansas. Tell us about Kansas. Where even is Kansas?
You don't know where Kansas is?
No.
It's
So-
in the middle.
The very middle of the map.
It's in the
How
middle.
far
Kansas.
is it from here?
Drive, it's about 13 hours.
Damn.
Damn.
Kansas is not exciting. It's mostly farmland.
Mm-hmm.
You get about a third of it is metropolitan. The other side is just farms and flat and nothing to look at. So really not exciting. So going to Seattle was amazing. Lived right in the heart of the city.
Wow.
Really fun. Then came here to Pitt, and it's kind of the best of both worlds. Like you get a city feel and kind of a
Yeah. Yeah. How
homey
long
feel.
were you in Seattle for?
About 2 years.
Oh.
Yeah, I did not make any money there. It was so
Oh.
expensive to like. I had a 400 square foot apartment for
Wow.
like
Damn.
$1,100.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. That's definitely tough.
But it's a beautiful city.
Mhm.
Would love to retire there if I had the money.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it always raining there?
It's actually a lot like here.
Mm.
A lot of cloud cover. It doesn't rain all the time.
Mhm.
If it does, it's just a drizzle. But I mean, it was nice. You get a view of the Puget Sound. You could walk to the Seattle market. All the stadiums are right downtown. Like I could walk to the Seattle Mariners games.
Mhm.
It was enjoyable, but obviously not sustainable.
Okay,
Right.
but winter
Winter wasn't that bad. I mean,
compared to here.
yeah, winter's worse here.
No
Damn.
way.
Not even close.
Are you sure?
Damn.
Like they're not prepared to handle snow at all in Seattle.
That's crazy.
Like
Wow.
they had about 2 inches and it shut down for the weekend.
Jeez.
Hmm.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I just hate winter.
I hate snow.
If you
We
know
gotta
me,
move.
you know that I hate winter.
Yeah, I never ever thought that we would think about moving somewhere, like not anytime soon,
Well,
but
don't
like
move to Kansas if you don't like
I'm
snow.
like low key
snow
interested
there.
in moving to a different state
Weird.
someday, and it's so weird, but like it's interesting to me.
Kansas has all 4 seasons pretty heavily,
Hmm.
Interesting.
but it's also all over the place. Like it could snow in April. It could be 90 degrees in April.
So,
You don't know.
how
Just
old
like
are
here.
you again?
I'm 27.
27. Okay. So like, was your high school like small? Like, were your schools all small, or?
No,
like,
I mean,
don't know. The way you described Kansas made it sound.
I mean,
Sorry.
I was on the eastern part of Kansas, the western
Okay.
part of Kansas. Yes, I went to college with kids who had graduating classes of like 10, 15. My class was about 500,
Hmm.
so a little more. I would say like here. I don't know if that's accurate. or
Wait,
not.
where did you go to college? Sorry, I don't know if I'm like.
University of Kansas
Okay.
is where I went to college.
Wow.
I don't know
Jayhawk?
how many people were
Yes, sir.
in my graduating class, so don't ask me if that's
Isn't it like
weird.
500?
I mean, probably.
I think it's like 500
Probably.
for both of us.
Yeah.
Jen,
Which high school did you guys go to?
we went to Shaler
Schler.
Shaler.
Area High
Mm.
School. Jen graduated before in 2014. I graduated in 2015.
Yes.
Nice.
Yep. We're getting old.
We're getting old.
You're telling me.
Yeah.
So to tie that together, then, so you grew up in Kansas, went to Kansas,
Mhm.
University of Kansas. Then you moved,
Mm-hmm.
just you moved
Just me.
out to Seattle to
Mhm.
work,
Yep.
and now you're back here.
Mm-hmm.
Family's here?
Nope.
Family's in Kansas.
Families in Kansas.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. And you're here because of work,
Yes.
because you got a new job
yes.
at Pitt,
Yes.
equipment manager.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Nice. Well, so what was the transition like there? Like again, the Seattle to kind of like Pittsburgh thing. I know you kind of hit on it there, but like, what was the
I mean, the
whole thing?
biggest thing was in Seattle, I didn't bring a car with me.
Mhm.
So I was just either walking or using public transit.
Mhm.
So getting behind the wheel of a car after 2 years of not driving was actually, I mean, it's like riding a bike, but
Yeah.
still.
Kind of
It's,
terrifying. at the same time. After COVID, I drove to work and I was like, I can't drive.
well, I'll say this too. Pittsburgh is the weirdest place I've ever driven.
Oh,
Yep.
it's terrifying.
You have so many blind turns. You have
Mm.
like 5-way intersections.
Yeah.
If you learned to drive here, you could probably drive
Yeah.
anywhere.
A lot of other cities are like right on a grid.
Kansas
Yeah.
is a grid. I
Yeah.
mean, it's flat. There's nothing blocking anything.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Sorry, Jen keeps trying to.
I'm trying.
You're
to
adding more
I
topics.
know, I was trying to communicate. I was trying. To
It's
communicate
okay.
with
I
you.
honestly feel like,
was like,
we should just talk for now, and like if it shuts down, we'll look at it later.
Oh,
'cause
I was
feel
trying to tell you I turned my passcode off.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
You're
She
welcome.
was trying to slyly.
Passcode
I
every
was
5
trying to,
minutes.
like,
She was
be
trying to
over here.
slyly tell me, but I just felt like it was like. Thank you.
Turned
All
the
right, cool.
passcode.
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, that was a good idea. I wouldn't have thought about that.
I have my moments.
Anyways.
Anyways, so you got back, and you guys met on Hinge, right? We
Mhm.
got to that part of the story,
Mhm.
and Amanda jumped to kids right away.
Right away.
Well,
Right
because
away.
they talked about the dog, and I
Right.
know how important like dogs are to them, so I just felt like it was there.
I think an interesting piece that we need to talk about though is Alec, in your past so far, like what, like, because, you know, obviously this is like a relationships podcast. We talk about a bunch of other things, but like, what is your kind of like, before you met Jenn, what was that part of your life like? Had you had experiences in the past? Like, because I think a lot of times what happens, you know, in the past influences a lot, like where you're going in general and stuff like that. So like just that part of your life, was there anything like, did you meet a young woman in Seattle or like this, that, or the other thing? Like how did that all, how's that been?
I would say in Seattle, it was just mainly the job. Like I was strictly career driven. In college, I was pretty career driven.
Right.
Met a girl in college, you know, tried to get that going, and I chose my career over that. And I do not regret that at all.
Certainly. Yep.
And then I just came to Seattle, strictly career, and my goal was to be an ACC basketball equipment manager. Didn't think I'd get that this quickly.
Yeah.
So now, you know, 27, I have what I want. What am I going to do now? So I'm like, okay, what's the next step in life?
Right.
You know, most people, it's wife, kids, house, the whole thing. I went the house route. You know, I started looking for a house and also looking for a wife. Luckily, I pretty much hit the jackpot on both here.
Nice.
Closed on a house in end of May. And then she's been helping me through that process as well. So, and we both agree on the children thing. So it's all good.
Awesome.
So, sorry, the way Mark asked the question was like hilarious. He's like, "Did you meet a young girl in Seattle?" And I'm just like, I feel like he was trying to say like, "Have you had other serious relationships before this?" But like
Isn't there,
the way he said it was so funny.
there's a movie, Sleepless in Seattle?
Yeah.
Is that a love story?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man. I didn't even mean to make that joke, but that's a nice.
No, but like
that was my rehearsed laughter from before the show.
Like, what was
Thank you.
your longest relationship been? If like you don't mind me asking.
Longest one was about 2 years.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And that was the one in college. And then after that ended, I was like, you know, just want to focus on the career, get that settled, and then get back into the dating pool.
Definitely. So you closed on a house then
Mm-hmm.
in this past May,
Yes.
2021.
I
Congratulations.
was able to get one in this crazy housing market.
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy. So in those 7 months then, right, in these past 7 months, you guys have already done a lot, right? The house thing, and you know, as one big part of it, kind of coming together on that.
It's his house. It's not mine.
Right? But you helped.
But
you helped. You were there.
I'm there.
You know, did you move stuff? Did you help move?
Yes.
Yes, she did.
I helped, honestly. I mean, you guys have been there for my moves.
I moved one box.
That's more than I did for my own moves, and I did more for him than I did for my own moves. Although I did just move into a new apartment in my current complex, which is a whole fucking ordeal.
Oh God.
I did a lot of heavy lifting for that move.
And I did not. So I was doing helping my own house out.
But I did.
Nice.
I've been carrying my own weight lately.
There you go. Personal power. There you go. Awesome. What? Maybe start by. Yeah, we could. You got a question? Amanda's got a burning question. Hit it.
She's dying to ask it.
Honestly, I feel like this is
I have to pee. No.
Not
Can I go
yet.
pee?
Not yet.
well, I mean, obviously, for those of you who don't know, Jenn is like a very close friend of mine. We're like family. Like we're literally like best friends, even though we go forever without talking.
Yeah, but we just have that bond.
That's the best type of friend.
Timeless.
So I obviously
really
know
is.
that
We really
like everything in your relationship is going like super well, and that you guys kind of know that each other is the one. So like I kind of want to know more about that. Like the one.
How'd you
know.
figure that out? Love at first
Like-
sight. Duh.
Like I know that you guys know it's like
Yeah. It's hard to say, really. It's just
Yeah, I know it's
That's
early
a
on,
tough
but
question,
like
buddy.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you have to ask the tough questions.
I just don't
That's
know if
what
I
this
give
is
a
all
good enough
about.
answer.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
I'll defer to you on that one.
Jenn, what's your favorite thing about Alec?
Sorry,
I
I'm
th-
I
sorry.
was trying to help. I was trying to help.
Sorry, as you can tell, we're a little excited.
It's
we-
the dog.
It's been a while. We haven't
No,
had any
we
guests.
haven't had any guests in a while, so we don't mean to
We're
be
glad
like
that we
back
could
and
be-
forth with the
no.
questions, but we're just excited to
This is
get
an
to know
interrogation.
you as well.
It's fun. How do you know that they're the one?
Or like what do you like about him? Like,
you
know?
you kind of just know.
Yeah.
I think it does help when you've been through relationships in the past and you can kind of compare
I didn't want to go
things.
We're not going there.
I'll
You
go
don't have
there.
to
I
go
mean,
there.
I'll
We're not
go,
going
I'll
there.
go
I'm
there.
being
very
I have
broad
no
about it.
problem. I have no
was vague.
problem. I have no problem going there.
You just learn from things in the past. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
when
how
you-
we feel too.
When you've been through some shit and you've been through the shit,
the ringer, for sure.
you learn a lot, and
Yeah.
it changes your view on relationships where you never want to settle for less than what you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And if you know me, you know that I have been through some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, when I met Alec, there was just something different. The way that he was treating me right off the bat, the way that he made me feel. I felt safe. I felt like I could be myself. And you just have that feeling.
Yeah,
It's
even
It's
but
very
hard to
hard.
explain.
It's
but
very hard
sometimes
to
you want to
explain.
run away from the feeling because it's so
Oh,
terrifying.
absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
Like you
Mhm.
convince yourself that it's too good to be true because
Mhm.
of what you had dealt with in the
Previously
past.
experienced,
then you
for
can definitely
sure.
second guess yourself, throughout the process.
Especially like going into this, I'm like, am I crazy?
Mhm.
Am I making all of this up in my head because this is what I
Yeah.
had wanted for so long?
Mhm.
But as we got to know each other and the more time we spent together, I could sense and like genuinely sense that it was completely different from the past. And I felt completely different. Where I was like, yeah, I can genuinely see myself having a future with him. I mean, obviously the dog helps. I'm not going to
75% dog.
She's a dog.
I'm a
Shout out
dog
to SB for
lover.
winning there.
Shout out to SB. No, but like, I've always wanted someone who loved animals as much as I did, mainly dogs. He has one. He loves her. He is like the best dog dad. And then
She's spoiled.
very spoiled.
Very spoiled.
And then on the other side, like, I know that I don't want kids. And for a lot of men, that's something that's hard to handle.
Mhm.
And then they try to convince you, like, oh, you'll change your mind. Or, oh, maybe down the road we can adopt. And you're like, I don't want kids.
Yeah.
I'm not going to adopt a child into a house where I'm not going to love it. That's just not fair to the kid.
Mhm.
It's not, no.
Mm-hmm.
So to find someone who shares the viewpoint where he is okay with the fact that I don't want kids was another like huge green check for me.
Mm-hmm.
And to expand on the kids thing, I'm also just frankly terrified of raising a kid in
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
today's
that too.
world.
Tough time, for sure. A lot going on. A lot of influences.
Yeah.
The world is changing.
What
planet's
the
heating up.
fuck is going on?
What the fuck is going on?
Shut up, because that was actually, it wasn't on the list, but Bo Burnham was something I wanted
Bo
to
Burnham
discuss.
has been a very important catalyst in this whole interview, pre-game and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jen, I tried to complain to Jen about Bo Burnham, and she's like, "That's me. I'm so just like Mark," and I'm like, "Oh my god."
I'm mentally ill.
Yeah, but
Man,
no.
Just kidding.
talented.
I'm getting better. You know, I got better. Well, no,
Love that
I'm
song.
getting.
After the past 5 years of
I'm-
not performing.
I mean, after the last 5 years, I am getting fucking better. I might actually be
It's gonna
Bo
take
Burnham.
5 years, but it's okay.
I have a
Weird about
funny-
that last name, though, if you know what I mean.
This morning, I just
Jesus
put
Christ.
inside on and just like sat there, and I wish I didn't have to go to my hair appointment because I would have made my parents watch it. But I just put it on and just like slowly hid the remote and tried to get them to watch it. But I don't think it happened.
Trapped him.
I don't think it
It's for your own good.
happened. I don't think it happened, and I had to leave. So I was
I made
like,
my mom watch it.
"Oh, they're watching it."
Mhm.
My mom's like,
I
"What
don't
is
care
this?"
if
And
I
she's
have
like,
to
"Oh, I
strap them
heard."
to the couch. They're gonna watch it.
She's like, "Oh, I heard about this." I'm like, "I hope so." I heard
Oh,
this talking
I don't know
about
if you guys heard about this, but since we're on this topic, it's gonna be in theaters for one day in select theaters.
Is it
They're-
really?
They're gonna put it in theaters. I just read an article.
That's
crazy.
awesome.
One day. It's
That's
amazing.
Sweet.
Dude.
Where?
I said select theaters. I don't know if it's gonna be around there.
Where?
It just says
I don't have a
select
list.
theaters. I don't
have
know.
a list. I think it was March. I think it was August 22nd, but I'm not 100% sure. Do not quote me on that. Might be July 22nd. I don't know.
I
Look
hate
it up.
comedy, and I love it.
I hate comedy.
And like, it's funny because even like last week, I was yelling at Mark for playing it, and I just have a select few favorite songs, you know. So I would just
I love
play.
them all.
I would just play them on my thing, and
We
now
ranked
Which
them.
are your favorite?
I work out to the
'Cause
whole
we
album.
did
Should we
come
do-
up with a list.
We ranked.
um.
the
Fuck
songs.
yeah, this is a great segment. Do it.
Should we rank them?
Absolutely. Get the
Well,
fuck out.
content and FaceTime.
I think I have a
with
picture.
FaceTime with my mom.
FaceTime
But-
with my mom is so funny.
I think the one that's like,
Accurate too.
there's a couple other ones that are really good, but the one that's like, what the fuck is going on? That's a good one too. I don't know.
You don't even know
Comedy.
the names.
I have my listing.
don't
I
know.
didn't
You
take
fucking
pictures.
fake fan.
Yeah,
It's
I
okay.
am a fake
I
fan.
know it.
Okay, good.
What the fuck
Let me
is
see, Mark.
going on? What?
I want to see
There
the
you go.
song names.
Don't. Yeah.
I think my favorite is Welcome to the Internet.
Okay, it's
That's a bop.
I just appreciate the camera work on that one.
Yeah, and that's
Visually.
that's another question though too.
All eyes
That's-
on me.
They
that.
just they
That's
just
her.
dropped the
That
song
has
only
to be-
version
The song
too.
only.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's
No, that-
tied for number one for me. I mean,
Yeah.
just being a fucking mentally ill person.
Wait, did you see my Snapchat?
Yes. But being a fucking
I was
men-
dead ass on the toilet. Sending her, get your fucking hands up, get on out of your seat.
It's almost over.
All eyes
It's
on
just
me.
begun.
Yeah, I
it's
sent
tied
her
for number
her.
one with with shit.
Shit. That one's a bop.
Which one?
Fucking love it.
Shit.
Feel like shit.
I'm not.
Shit.
I don't know if we
can
could play any of these. Might get striked or some shit, so we're not gonna do that. But
That's-
shit. But shit. Feeling like
That's a
shit.
good one.
That's they're my
Comedy's a
top
good
two.
one.
Comedy's
Yeah.
fine.
I
I mean,
yeah.
And
I have my full ranking if you want to go into
Let's hear it.
Okay. So number one in this ranking list is shit. And then the like panic attack one that he has.
Mm,
Feeling in my
all time
body.
low.
All time
Feeling
low.
in my body.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then all eyes.
Mhm.
White woman Instagram, but only when you watch it.
yeah. We were gonna say that. Yeah. So
That's
there's
what-
definitely a difference between listening and
That's
watching.
what we
Yes.
think.
Only when you watch it.
Yeah.
He put so
'Cause
much work
it's
into
a
that.
cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah.
Comedy,
Mm-hmm.
problematic. It sounds like an 80s bop.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
solid.
it.
That one's better, I think, to listen to than to watch.
Yeah,
in my
that one's
opinion.
fun to listen to and sing
Mhm.
along to. Goodbye, like the ending song.
That's a
I
good
really
one.
like that one. Turning 30.
Mm-hmm.
That one hit my brother in the
It's
feels because he's
so
29 right
Oh
now.
my god.
Oh. Then Welcome to the Internet.
Mm-hmm.
Funny feeling. Just because, like, it's different to see him play guitar versus on the keys, where
Yeah.
I've only ever seen him do keys,
Mm-hmm.
and then he switched it up. It was nice. It was like a campfire.
I also say that one is terrible in my opinion to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it's you're watching, he's just sitting there.
Yeah.
But to listen to it,
To
it's
listen
up
to.
there.
It's a good song.
The intro, content,
Mm-hmm.
just
Mhm.
because.
Amanda loves when he
Daddy-
flips that fucking
Daddy,
light up.
get you some content, open wide.
No, that's what got me. I hate comedy, but we were sitting
2
there-
minutes in, flips that fucking light up on a disco ball. She's like, ah!
Let's go.
That was so funny.
FaceTime with my mom.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Bezos won.
Dude, the thing that it's was that a Snapchat or an Instagram post that you had? What is it? Like it's on the Alexa?
We
set it up to our
Alexa.
Amazon show.
Alexa, who's your daddy? Jeffrey Bezos. I don't want to know. It's I just labeled it as stuck. Oh, who's inside again?
Yeah, I like that one. It's real short, but I like that one.
Unpaid intern.
Dude, the part
just
in
the scat.
the part in there right after that where he's reviewing it.
Yes,
That's
hilarious.
It's so
Dude,
funny.
where does he come up with this shit? Like, where did he come up with that idea to
So
do that?
funny.
Yeah,
It's like four
Yeah.
reviews
in a row.
After
The
unpaid,
Twitch streaming was pretty funny.
Oh, that
too.
was great.
That was
Except
pretty
Rose.
funny.
I guess I'm just gonna cry again. Finish the
After
day.
unpaid intern, I have Jeffrey Bezos 2.
Mhm.
That's how the world works.
That one's crazy. Sokka.
Sokka.
Then sexting. And
That one's so weird when it comes on. They're just like
Yeah.
going through it and like sexting, like all AT&T.
And then the last one is the outro, which
Yeah.
I never listen
So
Yeah.
I feel like we got to talk about something. 'Cause, like, you guys seem like you all know Bo and you love him and you've like known him your whole life.
Yes.
I never
It's
knew.
Bo.
Big ass
yeah.
fan.
I never knew who he was
I
until this
like
happened. Did
Oreos
you?
and
I
Pussy.
didn't. I watched his Netflix specials
Oh, yeah.
before this one came out,
Okay.
but I didn't know
There's others.
early Bo.
Oh, I knew him when he was on Vine.
When he was on Vine, I
I'd-
saw him once, and I didn't even know that was him.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was not a big Viner, but yeah, I remember
I was a
attic
Viner.
basement.
The
Or,
one I-
I'm sorry, attic bedroom.
The one I
or
saw
something.
was the one when it was Rihanna
Oh, yeah.
round and around, and he's in the tub spinning. Like, I like this game.
Oh, look, my keys. Oh, look, my phone. Oh, look, my mom's ashes.
Oh my
What
God.
are these? Are those vines?
Those are all
Vines,
vines,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, we gotta look at
Yeah, we
those
gotta
because
go
I
look.
was a big Viner.
And you didn't know Bo.
I was big
We can
Vine.
look-
You're on the
Vine.
wrong
We can
algorithm.
We can look after.
No, I probably do. I
After
have
this,
to.
Yeah.
after we're
Yeah.
recording, I can.
You know,
Yeah.
this is random. We're talking about Vine. Mark and I keep going, damn, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel.
And he didn't know.
Making a comeback.
He didn't know about the white vans. I had to show
Ah,
him.
you know.
And he was like, don't show me that again. Stop. And I was like, no, it's so funny.
Fresh avocado.
Anyways,
Free Shavakadu.
I don't.
Oh,
I know
Vine.
we have a lot more to discuss, but we'll just go into the other thing I wanted to discuss: tattoos. So I know Jen has some
Love me
tattoos.
some
Do you have any
tattoos.
tattoos?
I don't.
No. Would you ever get one?
It'd have to be for a very specific reason.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm just getting my first one, and I have been
Where are you getting it?
battling it right here.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting, for those of you who don't know, I'm getting my PAP's handwriting.
Nice.
That was on like a birthday card for me, and it's gonna say "Pap Pap Love You" right here on my forearm. But my grandma passed away 4 years ago. Won't go too much into it, but I've been battling with getting a tattoo
Mhm.
for her or my pap for like years
I got one
because
for my pap.
I'm terrified. Like back in the day, I never thought I would get one.
Mhm.
But it's gonna be real small, so that way I know like I can.
You don't want to get it too
handle
small,
it. Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't want to get too small. Yeah.
just because if it blows out,
Mm.
you want it to be legible as it ages.
Okay, we'll talk about it. I was gonna get it like the same size on the card. It's like not. It's not. Hey,
I mean,
it's
you send me a picture.
Just get it
so
down your whole
it's
arm to be safe.
No.
it's pretty big handwriting.
Yeah. It should be okay.
We'll talk more about it. Yeah.
I mean, what's your smallest? You have.
I have the one
behind your
behind my
ear.
ear that's pretty small. Well, like the lettering is really thin. Like I have one on my ribs for my pap and his handwriting.
It's
Yeah.
pretty thin.
Luckily, it's like my arm. Like, you won't have this problem because you're not having kids, but I would never get anything on my stomach. And then I'll get pregnant. Oh my
yeah.
God.
And then afterwards.
Unless it was like a balloon, and it blew up.
Oh
Like-
my
That's
Terrifying.
actually not a bad idea.
That terrifies me. My friend has one on her stomach, and I feel like she's pretty skinny. She'll be like thin forever, but like no, me like no. I don't know. I just stomach no.
My smallest one is
Maybe one day.
probably behind my ear.
Mhm.
But even then, that's not that small.
Yeah, and I want to be able to like see it, but I want it to be, I want it to be a decent like little size, like maybe like this or whatever, but small enough. But
7, 8. I have 8, I think.
it's crazy. Like when did that happen?
And counting.
I remember when you got your first one, Jen.
Oh yeah, the one behind my ear where I'm like, oh yeah, I have that.
Didn't you get that in California?
I did get it in California. I paid $200 for it, and it's like this big.
Wow.
I got it done at Kat Von D's tattoo shop.
Oh my
obviously.
God. I used to watch her like show.
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous.
So You pay the price when you're in Hollywood.
Mm.
Pay the brand.
Yeah.
When are you getting your next one?
I have no idea.
She has a bunch of ideas, she said.
I have way too many ideas.
But what's the one you want to get next?
Probably Star Wars.
Star
What are your
Wars.
ideas for Star Wars?
I kind of want to do a combination thing with like Darth Vader and Kylo Ren. I don't know. But I also kind of want to make it into like a whole sleeve.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So I don't know. Maybe take it into like a battle scene.
Yeah.
You take the whole Star Wars all the way down to the full sleeve.
I want to do a full sleeve of Star Wars. There's just too much content.
All sorts of
There's
shit.
a lot of content.
You could just do both arms.
And I can't do Star Wars on this arm. I have dinosaurs.
Shit. Leg. How about leg?
No, this leg is reserved.
Damn.
I have the penguins on
Is
the
that for
bottom, and my
Violet?
thigh is reserved for Violet.
Neck.
Never getting it.
I might have to
Running out of body
veto
parts.
that one.
Running out of
I think sleeves are so cool. Like, I don't know. I don't think I would ever get one.
There's,
I
like,
mean, maybe one day, but
Too many characters. that
I
would
like
wanna have
tattoos on the shoulder. Like a
Yeah.
nice, like, flower. or
Like I
something
could get
here.
behind that one, like for myself, but
more-
just for work, I'd rather
more manly.
not show anything.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'm like a color girl or like a just like black ink girl. Is that what it is? Black ink?
Black
I-
and white.
black
I'm
and gray.
thinking black. I'm thinking like black. Like that's my like ideas for like the one. And I talked to you about the one I was thinking of that. We're not planning any more tattoos until we get this one, and then we'll
That's
be
a good
like,
plan.
okay.
That's a
But I have so many like ideas, but we gotta
That's me.
get this one first.
Right.
I'm really excited. I can't believe it's happening. And I did not say this on the podcast, and I told you, but it just so happens to be the week of my pap's birthday that I'm getting
I
it.
think that's so awesome.
That's so
Wow.
ridiculous. And I was mad because I'm like, oh, I wish I could have got this sooner. And then I'm like, oh, his birthday's on the 14th, so I'm getting the tattoo on that Saturday. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
No, I think that's super awesome.
Meant to
That is
be.
cool. Yeah.
I don't know. I just have. I want to do more with like my penguins one. I just have too many ideas.
Hmm.
I want to add the Stanley Cup.
I have too many ideas.
add
I
all
have
5.
never even
Probably
got
wait
one,
till they
so I
win
can't
again.
imagine.
I mean, we have 5. I just want one. I just want one Stanley Cup with then just, like some flowers on the side.
You can go right after this.
You
Or
could-
like hockey sticks behind it.
Oh, and then my stepdad Mo, he's like, he has like a friend that does tattoos. He's like, you could have just had him do yours. I'm like, this is my first tattoo, Mo. I'm scared.
Like in the
I'm not
I'm
gonna have your
scared.
random
in your
friend
house?
do it.
Scared.
I think he does them at his house in his basement, but I don't know. It just
Sketch.
terrifies me. Like maybe
Shout out that guy.
I don't know. Well, okay, I'll say it. After he got his tattoo last time, he went to the hospital after, but apparently it had nothing to do with the tattoo. It was just like a blood clot in his leg. But
I'm no expert.
yeah.
Like,
seems
let's
But
be,
fishy.
I'm not an expert.
No, but the tattoo was
but
like
it's just sus.
infected.
It's just suspect.
It was terrifying.
I don't
So,
know.
Yikes.
I don't.
Correlation is not causation. So
but he
we'll see.
has a lot of random issues. But yeah, so that's like the number one reason why I'm like against.
I would only ever
that.
go to a shop, especially for your first,
Yeah.
because you know it's clean. And it's going to be hella clean because of COVID.
Mhm.
Mhm.
God, I didn't even think about cleanliness. Yeah. I'm just worried about it looking good because it's permanent for the rest of your
I mean, yeah,
life.
that's always a big concern too.
Mhm.
I mean, but I think it will. Because I specifically picked this place because they're good at writing.
Did you research the artist?
No.
Who's your appointment with?
I don't know.
Oh, God, Amanda.
I just booked it.
Future reference.
Research the artist.
Always do your research.
It's doing it.
I think it's kind of
stopped.
gone now.
Um,
It's weird. I don't know. Just likes to do shit.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put away just so nothing happens if we need the
I
list.
think it
Blows up.
should be okay. I mean, you would think it'd be an easy tattoo. It's like literally the card. And
I mean,
the-
you would think that it's easy, but
Okay, well
And
maybe
you
I
make
can
one
call.
wrong move.
Maybe I can call and ask who's doing it, and then we could like research them.
I mean, for some reason I'm like, let's watch Ink Master, even though it's like a million other things to watch on Netflix. I'm like, let's watch something that's
Yeah,
comfortable.
I should have asked. I mean, my friend Abby goes there. I should have asked, but I'll find out who it is and then ask her.
Because these
maybe?
on Ink Master, it's like people, like tattoo artists competing to see who's like the best, who can be an Ink Master. And there was this one girl who spelled Corinthians wrong. Like, I mean, I get it.
Spelling error?
I get it that like
No regrets.
it's a hard word. It's a hard word to
regrets.
spell. But like
My credo.
you do
No regrets.
research.
Not even a
for
single
these
letter?
Tattoos, so you wanna.
Well, how does
I'm
it
not trying to
work?
scare you. I
How
just
does-
want you to be.
No,
So funny.
how does it work
Prepared.
when they do a card? Like, do they like trace it and somehow?
I took the postcard in because what I did was on my side I have the one that my mom designed, and then under it I have the writing from my pap. And I took in the postcard, and she made like a copy of it, and then used the copy for the stencil,
Okay,
and then traced it out, and then
I'm sure it'll be all right. I don't want to freak myself out anymore because this is years in the making of.
no, I don't want to scare you.
getting
I just want you to be prepared,
I want it to look the best.
and I want it to look good for you.
I do too, but I mean, I don't know. Should I research the artist?
No,
like,
I
is that
mean, it's
really
okay.
necessary? Like, okay. I'm over
I
here
just
forget
like,
I said anything.
for future reference,
for
like because
future, yeah.
because you already
sure.
have the design, like you're physically taking in what you want done. There should be no reason that they fuck it up.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're like looking to design a piece with an artist, I would 100% research it. Like
Okay. Yeah, like look at what
like
they.
this.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what you've sent me like
Yeah.
pictures
Mhm.
and stuff before.
Just make sure the artist isn't
their
blind.
Instagram and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen some fucked up shit. People get wording. I don't remember what it was, but I saw someone get wording, and it was like a completely different letter, like, and it was like for their grandma that like died, like. So
Yeah,
I
it can
understand
be
what
ugly.
They targeted
I
you on that one.
understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand. I've seen it. It's terrifying.
I'm just looking out for you because I want you to come out with a good tattoo, and especially because like I know you had said about like your next idea,
Yeah.
so that's why I would look for someone who is gonna do it in the style that you
Yeah, I
want.
love my friend
and
Abby's
has the
tattoos, and
skill.
I think she goes there, so maybe I could always ask
Yeah.
for her artist, because she has some. I don't even like remember what she has, but I just know I really like them and could see, like my type of style.
Mhm.
Exciting stuff, guys.
Yeah. We'll have to keep you updated on that. Sure, we'll have an episode. of
We
Amanda's
for
tattoo.
sure will. We for sure will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jen,
Yes.
I see you wearing a shirt there that is Star Wars and what? I'm no expert, but is that like Abbey Road cover with Star Wars
Yes.
dudes on there?
Oh my god.
So,
Good
I'm
job, Mark.
not a crazy Star
That's
Wars or
sweet.
Beatles fan, but the question is, Alec, do you share Jen's love for all things Disney, StarArs, Beatles, all
Do
that
you
stuff?
like the Beatles? If you don't, goodbye.
No.
I'm sure they've already discussed
I'm
this.
joking. I'm
We have.
joking.
I'm not as infatuated with the Beatles as she is.
But you
Certainly
know.
don't mind the music.
You know of them and all that
Oh,
jazz.
yeah.
Okay.
You can respect them.
Yeah. Star Wars, yes.
Jen.
Disney, yes. I actually got her that shirt as a present.
Nice.
It's great.
Mhm.
So,
It's my favorite.
big win
So
there.
you
Mhm.
like Disney?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
His
I've only
sister
been
hates
twice.
Disney. What's
How-
wrong with
How
her?
can you hate Disney?
I don't know.
I mean-
I didn't tell her to do that.
I mean,
It's
can.
it's apparently like too much for her, which I get. And my stepdad like doesn't even want to go to Disney, but he's never been, and I think that's stupid if you've never been, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I don't even want to go. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I
Yeah.
could see if it's like a overpriced thing, because I
No,
definitely
it's-
believe that.
It's definitely a bit expensive. I can see where some people can get the viewpoint where it's like, oh, this is for children.
You could.
I mean,
You
it
could.
kind of is, but
I mean,
there's
Magic,
a
Magic
lot you
Kingdom
can do
is
as an
pretty.
adult too. Magic Kingdom
I
is
just
a
want to go drink
dry
around
park.
the world.
You can only drink.
I mean,
in
that's kind of the adult
restaurants,
appeal for
but-
Disney.
I just want to go drink around the world.
Yeah, it's fucking.
But I
fun.
would
Mm.
die. Like
Is
I
that
would.
Epcot?
Because
Yes.
it's a different drink at every place, and
Oh, yeah.
I see these TikToks. I'm
You
like,
have to pace yourself.
oh girl, no, I
It's
would
not like you're
no,
chugging them
there's no
I double
pacing
fisted
myself.
in Morocco.
There's no pacing
We gotta-
myself.
You have to
You
take
gotta
a
drink
you have to
everywhere
take-
until I
no, you have to
recognize
take
that
a,
I've
you have
drank
to take
anything.
a break in Italy and get their cheese and meat board with wine.
I can't mix. There's just
I
no.
can't mix.
I feel like I would just.
Well, then
be dead.
Amanda, you can't drink around the world. Like you're
I
gonna,
know.
you're either
gonna
gonna
be mixing,
start
like,
or
German
end
shit with.
No.
You're either gonna start or end
wine
with
and
tequila. It's
shit.
gonna happen.
I drink around the world. Maybe just some places I wouldn't get a drink or
Or you could do the thing where you like. My mom didn't want to like drink around the world with us, but she took like sips from all of ours.
Yeah. True. Yeah, we
So
do.
you
We
could,
do
like,
do
get
a lot
your
of
own
sharing.
drink, a couple of them, and then just sip.
Mark doesn't know this, but like I want to go to Disney so bad. I mean, he kind of knows. I've been wanting to go with Leia for years. So if there is any chance of that ever happening, like it's to the point where they can drive, that's fine. I'll jump on the plane because I'm not driving there.
It's a
And
long
I'll meet
ass
you
drive.
there, and like we're going. Mark wants to come, sure he doesn't. I don't care. Like I want to go to Disney so bad, mostly with them.
Yeah.
But I would love to go. Just like even if like the time never comes and I don't go with them, that's like the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life. But like whatever, it's fine.
It would be so much fun to go with them.
Should
And
we
with
talk-
Leia.
They've. Okay, we're talking about it. Let me take a deep breath.
Fuck it.
We're taking.
We're
a
doing
deep
it live.
breath.
She's been doing this deep breathing exercises. It's really helped. She doesn't get as angry.
I should try it.
She doesn't throw shit.
Mark will set
She doesn't
me
hit
off,
me
and I'll
anymore.
be
I'm
like, okay,
just
let me
kidding.
take
She
it.
never hit me.
He's like, you're slurring your words. Maybe you shouldn't get another drink. And I'm like, instead of reacting, I'm just gonna.
She breathes and she goes and gets another drink.
It's a good tactic.
I got another drink an hour later because he was playing wiffle ball with his family the whole fucking day. Anyways.
Sorry.
Was this 4th of July?
Yeah. Of course it was. There
One
was
time
nothing
a
wrong
year.
with it, but anyways. So.
I remember I got hit on Labor Day. Just trying
Oops.
to relax near the pool.
I hit a ball, and you know I don't do that, and it hit the garage and gave everyone a heart attack inside.
Oh my God.
So I felt like that was a win.
Good
So
for you.
basically,
I'm
with
proud of you.
my aunt and uncle Winnie and Brian and Leia, which like if you've listened before, I'm sure you've heard of them. If not, you know, aunt and uncle
Welcome.
Leia, cousin. Basically, they go to Disney. Like this may sound like an exaggeration, but like to an extent, it's really not. Every year, twice a year, like recently, and I get it because there's a lot of things that happen when we try to plan a trip with us that don't work out.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's like they almost don't have the patience to sit there and plan it out with me or my parents. And they kind of just book it on their own because they want to go and they want to go when they want to go. And that's fine. But I just
That's
feel
also not fair.
it's not fair. And
If you've talked about the idea of going together, that's not fair.
yeah,
to
and
you.
when I was in high school, I remember, I think it was like my senior year or maybe even like I was in college. She talked about going to, it was like after you went to Disneyland and we talked about going to Disneyland and it felt real. I remember it felt really real. She was like, yeah, we can go see like the frickin' Ellen show or some crazy shit. I don't remember. But I was like, heck yeah, I'll do that. And I had money in my savings and like I remember I was really prepared and like then they just ended up planning a trip to Disney World like by themselves. And then so as you know, Winnie, my aunt, has Pompe disease. It is a slow progressing disease. If you don't know what Pompe disease, look it up. It's very, very rare. So I think they want to make sure they get all this stuff done when they can, just because she's doing really well, but you never know. The disease is just a fucking piece of shit disease. Sorry. I love Winnie and she's doing well, as I know. I mean, well, she can be. It's not always easy. She has to get infusions like every
Oh my God.
week, once a week. Yeah. But that's supposed to just help it not get worse. But she thinks it's like getting worse. But like she's doing well. Like it's like hard to explain. Like she's doing well mentally, but like, you know. So yeah. I guess I'll just say one more thing. I think they told her like 10 years, but like if you keep progressing, we've seen it make it past years and years and years. Like my mom and I've researched it.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think they're excited and they want to go to Disney, But
And they want to make all the memories they can with Leia, which is completely understandable.
Which is completely understandable. But it's like, I wanted to go with Leia when she was 4, 5, 6. She's almost 12, and they've gone like 20 times. I don't even know. Yeah. 12 fucking years old in October.
Zach just turned 20, and I had a mental breakdown.
I'm having a mental breakdown because she's 12. That's how old she was. It's happening. That's how old when she was born. When she was born, I was 12.
Oh.
Having a little party with my friends in my basement.
Oh.
I think I was 12. Yeah, 24, 12. I can do
Math.
that. I can't do math, but I
Quick math.
I can't do math, but I
New
can
math.
do that math. That's actually math I can do. So it's really terrifying.
Big Shaq, the one and only.
I don't know what's going on over there, but anyways, it's really terrifying.
You gotta get in the cultural references, my friend. We'll listen to it after. Big Shaq, the one and only.
Okay.
All right.
It's really terrifying, but they. So, anyways, they go like pretty much every year, and like this past year, they went in the midst of COVID.
That's
and
crazy.
When Brian was for his 50th birthday, which was in December, and they just got home like literally, I think today from Disney, and they went with Leia's friend and her parents, and I'm sure it was a great time. But like, obviously, a part of me was like kind of
bitter.
hurt. So obviously, I'm gonna discuss this with them. So if you're
They're gonna fucking hear it.
if you're listening,
Be prepared.
I love you guys, and I'm not hurt. I doubt they'll listen to this whole thing. I know they listen sometimes, so maybe, because I'm gonna tell them this is a good one. But
Christ.
yeah, it is. It's obviously just a little upsetting, but like I have to think of it as they're not trying to hurt my feelings. I think they're just trying to, but I really want to tell them how I feel because obviously it's like a little upsetting, and I've wanted to go to Disney with them like my whole life, probably before Leia was even like born, because they went to Disney on their honeymoon, like before they even planned on, well, they didn't plan on having kids, but like, you know what I mean? Like Disney was always their thing.
Well, yeah, I mean.
And with Leia, it was even more of a thing. So it's just like, so one day, let's hope. If not, like I said, I'm bringing Mark with me because I love Disney. I only went once when I was 9. So I want to go. I don't remember much. Your fan.
It's changed a lot. No,
yeah, but I barely remember.
I don't like talking.
Do they have a tour that I can go underneath?
Why don't you
Yes,
like talking about
They have
it?
that?
Because I
I'm
sound
in.
like a fucking pretentious asshole every time that I talk about Disney. Because I'm like,
Been there.
Well, actually, when I was 9 fucking years old.
I actually built the fucking park.
No, but I was 9 years old, and when I went there,
Walt's frozen head. It's just kidding. It's not real.
No, I don't blame you for
That
talking
is.
like that because I was 9 fucking years old, but I was still smart enough to know when I went there. I was like, okay, don't get me wrong. It was amazing. Everything was amazing. But honest to God, okay, my first reaction, maybe not like first, but I was like, this is it. Like, this is the happiest place on earth. I don't know what I expected, but I expected it to be like, it is a fairy tale land, but I don't know. I just expected it to be like a fairy tale land, like something.
You get the fairy tale aspect when you're like up until age, I'd say 6.
Yeah, maybe that's it. There was just something about it. I loved it because it was my first trip there, and everyone
But
gave
at
me
any
random
age,
souvenirs.
at any age, like you can appreciate the artistry and craftsmanship that they put into everything.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Imagineers are fucking crazy. I wish they would have built the Yeti right. It moved for 2.
Stop. I
2
think Leia and her friend got stuck on that.
That would be the worst one.
She sent me a Snapchat. I honestly, she sent me a Snapchat. It was literally like a whole story in a Snapchat of how she sent me all this weird shit 'cause she was 12, but it was a whole story about how she got stuck at Mount Everest. And I didn't reply, so I was like,
That's the one that goes
that could be
backwards,
me
doesn't it?
on the
Yeah.
Mount
Oh
Everest.
my
with
God.
You know, I'm just kidding, but.
The whole Yeti was supposed to like move and be super lifelike, but it compromised the integrity of the mountain. So they had to turn it into B mode, which is
It just chills.
it just chills, and they put
oh my God,
flashing
doesn't
lights
do
on it, so
that?
it doesn't move its arm anymore.
That's fucked up.
'Cause
When I
it
would
would
see
have
the little,
destroyed, it would have
Did it-
destroyed the entire mountain.
Did it used to move its arm?
Yeah, for like the first 2 weeks that the ride was open.
I remember.
I was there a
seeing
long
that.
time ago, and I went on that bitch, and I can't remember. I mean, I was so young, but I feel like that motherfucker might have clawed at me.
I mean,
You said you've been there, right?
Yeah, I've been there twice. Once when I was too young to remember, and then
Okay.
Say 54.
Well, that's
54.
no.
40.
I'm not angry at you, but I'm angry that like people keep going and they don't invite me. So Jen, hello, hello.
Hello, Brian Sheets. It's my dad that plans.
Hello?
I'm just like, oh, okay. Yes, I will.
We're
come.
there. We're
Thank
there.
you.
Most
Hello?
days I have to call off.
Well,
work.
tell Brian Sheets or Brian Masters to like hit your girl up because we go into Disney.
I will work on it. I don't know where we're going next.
Brian
hope it's soon.
Masters, my uncle, invite me to Disney. Thank you, all my fam. Let's freaking
Shout out
go.
to the fam.
So we should talk about this since this is happening. Basically, Jen's dad is best friends with my uncle Brian, and yeah. So
That's how we met.
Jen is family. Like when we were young, like she was basically like one of the cousins growing up, and then it was funny because we went to high school and we like didn't talk and like
We would just like see each other at.
I'll say it because Jen was like you were like.
Who this bitch?
I don't want to call you emo, but you know what I mean? Like a little emo.
I was fucking emo.
she
I
was.
still
A
am.
little emo.
I
You were
still
just
am.
like this girl, like,
I was
you
like,
know,
I fucking hate this
and
place.
then-
I fucking hate my life.
why did you start working at Dunkin' Donuts?
my parents made me. My family was like, you need.
Was that
to
your first job?
No, my first job was Panera, but that lasted 6 months. Then I quit.
I love
Pea
Panera.
bread.
We still love Panera.
We do still love Panera.
Fuck yeah, Panera. Everyone's like, I hate Panera. And I'm like, well, Jen literally worked there, and she knows it's microwave food, and she still loves
I
it.
still love it.
So who gives a fuck? Do you like Panera?
We actually had
We
it.
had,
for
we
lunch.
had Panera for
Okay.
lunch
Because
today.
if you said no, you might have got a text. I'm just kidding.
Sponsored
She's
by
excited.
Panera.
Sponsored by Panera.
Sponsor us, please.
No, but Duncan happened because you because you worked there.
I don't like remember. Like, do you remember?
No, my family was literally like, Amanda works there, and if she can work there, you need a
That's
job.
funny
so
because
you
I
should
don't
work
remember
there.
us like really being that close before then. We weren't, but like we obviously, I guess.
I mean, we would like hang out whenever we were both at the like at Brian's.
We didn't become, yeah.
But we got super
Oh,
close
well,
once they forced me to work in
the blue. No, Jen,
the
it
Dub
happened.
D.
We had our first connection with the blueberries. That was before Dunkin'.
Oh
am I
yeah, that
right?
was before Duncan. That was right before
Shit.
Duncan.
So maybe the blueberries tattoos really do have to happen.
Oh my god, yes.
So we'll discuss that. So basically, I was like 18, keep in mind, and I was drunk. Oh my god.
Which would make me 19.
We don't.
So
I don't know. Maybe.
it's not illegal.
We don't need to talk about anything. We don't need to talk about why or anything.
Some
Statute of
things
limitations
happened.
May have
There
expired.
was some liquid in a
Something- there
red
was
Solo cup.
Eh.
Some things happened. We might have been
It was
under
water.
the influence. I don't know what happened. You know, libations were ingested,
And we
and,
just,
and it was like summertime, and we were at
it was a grad party.
It was it Jeff's grad party.
Yeah.
So we were at her cousin Jeff's grad party, and we found this fruit salad.
No, it was like, wasn't it like
No, it
just
was-
straight blueberry?
No, it was fruit salad, and all that was left was like honeydew and blueberries, and we were like, I guess we'll eat these blueberries, and we like shared this experience.
What did they taste like? Do you remember what they taste like?
We said they tasted like nature.
It tasted just like nature. Guys, we were just
These like you would have thought that we were high.
yeah,
say,
you
were
had
you?
to be there.
No.
No. You had to be there. Like, I can't explain it.
I
but-
was like, try this.
Honestly,
what does it taste like?
But I eat blueberries
nature.
now. I never, like, ate a blueberry before that. Like, I swear.
Same.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's why it was so weird. I don't know. And we were
We were
like,
how do people eat these? And then
Tastes
we
like
tried them.
nature.
Tastes like nature.
it's just weird. I don't really eat them too much now, but they really have a, like, weird taste.
They do.
I'm sure Mark has
I
no
think
clue
I've
what a
had
blueberry
one. I
tastes
think I've
like.
had one blueberry or some shit. I
Do
don't
you
know.
like
It's
blueberries?
Not a fan.
Yeah, it's a weird
The
thing.
kids at work love them. It's crazy. They eat them up like crazy.
Tastes like nature.
They taste
But,
like nature.
They're
So
from
yeah,
nature.
so that happened, and then Jen started working at Dunkin', and like we just like immediately became like the best of friends, like inseparable friends, and that was our golden years.
Wow.
I would say that was
Yeah.
a good time, honestly. Like,
Yeah. I mean, they were the best of times. They were the worst of times. It's double-edged sword.
and Jen's how I met Mark. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm sure I give you guys
I think you
the most credit. Like so hardcore. Like I always say that to
It's
everyone.
a circle.
Even people who like don't even know me, they're like, "How'd you meet?" I'm like, "Well, I just got out of this relationship, you know." and then
You know how
Every
it
As
goes.
it always
story-
goes.
How every love story works, you know.
and then like we were introduced, and it was just I just still love it, you know.
Hmm.
All the cred.
You're welcome.
So you guys like food?
That's
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
stupid question, Mark.
All right, sorry, fuck. Let's talk
I
about
like
food.
to eat. It
Wait.
keeps me alive.
Do you guys go to eat a lot, or do you?
Yeah, what's your
eat at
eating
home,
arrangements?
or-
Why don't you talk about your eating arrangements?
Oh,
Oh, all right.
it's always the girl that gets.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Jen.
Wow. My eating was not good.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to cook for myself. So the amount of money that I would spend on like DoorDash and Uber Eats is like seriously disgusting.
Too high.
Well, I need to change that, and I'm aware that that is a problem, and that is something that I am working on.
Nice.
But I would
Progress.
order like every day while I'm at work, and because I work from home, which means like why don't you just fucking cook?
Mhm.
Because I don't have the time to cook a meal during my day when the phone rings and they
Yeah.
act like I'm a criminal anytime I
Mhm.
ask to step away from my phone for like 20 minutes. So that's why I order all the time. But we have since realized that that is an issue and are working on changing our eating habits and not eating out quite as much.
Mm-hmm.
Also because it's so unhealthy.
It is.
Not always.
I mean,
Depending what
We
you
have
get,
a lot
but-
of thoughts on this because all we do is eat out.
this is like 95% of our episodes revolve around food.
But we
And
don't know
conversations.
what it's like to have an apartment and also eat out yet.
Yeah.
And I'm actually like
I
excited.
can tell you what it's like. If you share, I'm going in. If you share the bills equally, it shouldn't be that big of an issue. But if one person is carrying the fucking weight and paying to eat out and pay rent and utilities all by yourself, you're gonna fucking suffer.
Noted.
So
Came from a deep-rooted place.
I don't know
Noted.
if it can be said. I don't know if it's
Noted.
keep that in mind. Be respectful of each other.
Well,
Okay.
the thing is, Mark and I like are already like we feel like we're like one. So.
No, I
So
love what you have.
Mm-hmm.
You
So
did-
Right
there-
back at you.
Neither of
There's
you cook.
respect. There's respect.
So weirdly enough, I actually no, but I cook a lot of breakfast foods, but honestly not much other food. But I'm like really excited, almost excited to learn. I'm not saying like I'm more excited than Jen was, but like I kind of feel like I remember and like you didn't seem too excited back then, like when you first moved down on your own, like cooking on yourself.
I
and
was
stuff.
not about it.
So I'm kind of more excited. I feel like with TikTok and stuff, there's so many recipes and different things you can do. So I'm excited to explore.
Have you thought about doing like
HelloFresh.
HelloFresh
Yeah,
or
for sure,
Home Chef?
150%. Because I follow a lot of people that do stuff like that, and I love it. But eating out has always been our thing forever.
Mhm.
I mean, Jen remembers how much we used to go out, like.
Oh yeah.
And it's even now we still do, but it's cut back a lot because honestly COVID helped. I think it forced us to have to eat at home, so that's kind of our
Yeah.
thoughts on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't have a centralized location yet. Like Amanda's saying, obviously, I know you guys are obviously still not living together as well. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, when you don't, like,
My
you go over
mom
to somebody's house,
doesn't
like,
want
okay,
me
we're
to-
going to make a meal. Well, that's cool
Yeah.
if you can make like a night out of it or whatever. And you guys are also independently living.
It
Like-
also
Yeah.
sucks because like I work till 6,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have to get
Do
ready,
the rest of your shit. Yeah.
pack the bag to come over.
Right.
At that point,
drive
you're hangry as
over.
fuck, and you're like.
And then by the
breakfast.
time I get there, it's like 6:30,
Mhm.
7 o'clock. And this poor man has to cook me dinner.
Well, it's not like you were gonna cook dinner.
I mean,
anyway.
you're not wrong. Like, I'll fully admit.
What do you cook? Like, let's hear all the stuff.
I mean, we tried a couple of TikTok recipes.
Ooh.
Bomb ass macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, buffalo mac was
So
really good
fucking
from
good.
TikTok.
Buffalo,
Yeah.
buffalo chicken. Buffalo
Buffalo
chicken.
chicken.
I feel okay. I feel like so many people are fucking vegan these days. I'm like, Jesus.
Fuck that.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. Actually, I'll say this real
Eat my
quick.
animals
You know Mad
in my
Fit, the
mouth.
girl that I have
Yeah.
you follow, I'm obsessed with. She got a following because she was vegan. She just posted her first food vlog in like probably like over a year,
Say, guess
and
what,
she's
bitch?
eating chicken now. And I'm like,
We eating chicken.
girl,
Yes.
you go. Like, I've nothing against vegans, but I love my grilled chicken.
Have we tried any other TikTok recipes other than?
We have a
mac
lot of
and
them.
cheese?
Like
we have a lot
just-
of them saved.
Yeah.
Well, what else do you cook? I just need to know because I don't cook at all besides breakfast.
I mean,
Chicken, burgers,
steak, pasta salad.
steak. Oh, pasta salad.
Mm.
Pasta salad's pretty bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing
Breakfast.
extravagant.
Like eggs, hash browns.
We've been trying to do a diet. My brother got me onto Whole30 to try and
Heard of
lose
that.
the
Fuck that.
relationship weight.
Oh, don't talk about
It's
diets.
difficult.
You're not
Heard
allowed to
about
have
that.
cheese, Amanda.
Don't talk.
Yeah, that's
don't.
tough.
I don't-
No, I cried when he was like, "Oh
Mm.
yeah, by the way," he's
Wait,
like,
wait.
"Would you do this with me?" And I was like, "Okay, why? Yeah, why not?"
Um,
And then he's like, and then he was like, "By the way, you can't have any dairy, so you can't eat cheese." And I
my
was like,
friend,
"Are you
I actually know
Out.
someone that did it, and
And
it
for
seemed
that reason, I'm
it
out.
seemed like it worked for them. I knew someone that did. It seemed like they worked for
It
them, and they did
works.
lose the weight. But I'll just say this, I don't agree with dieting. I think it doesn't work. You diet, and then for me
No, I agree.
personally,
I agree 100%.
I've dieted multiple times, and it doesn't work. I would
I don't.
diet, and then I would eat the pizza, eat the cheese fries, and go on like a binge essentially. Like people
I
say
don't
that, but
Right.
that's what
believe
happens. Yeah.
in
It is.
fad diets. I believe a diet is something that works for you, so you can take aspects of like
Yes.
different diets and like kind of mash them into your own.
Can't
Yeah,
lose
I don't
cheese.
know if you saw.
I cannot lose
I
Can't
just
lose cheese.
actually just posted
Because like on Whole30, you're not allowed to eat cheese. So then on keto, cheese is a perfectly acceptable snack. I'm going keto.
I
Just do Whole30, but eat cheese.
I actually just.
I mean,
posted
honestly,
a
we've
vlog
kind of-
about this.
We haven't done it hardcore,
I've
and
not been strict.
I've lost
I
5
mean,
pounds already.
I've lost like
I mean, I'm not gonna ask you to say how much you've lost at this point, but
it fluctuates.
definitely better.
It's like 6 or 7.
Oh
Mhm.
wow. Anyways, hold on.
go ahead.
I posted a vlog
And as
about
an
this.
inspiration.
Amanda with 2 A's masters. I actually just posted a vlog about this, and I basically just said how I try to not completely eat like healthy, but like during the week, I
Yeah.
feel like I try to pack healthy lunches for work and
Mhm.
stuff at least, and then on the weekend. But I don't want it to sound like, oh, during the week you eat
I-
healthy, and then on the weekends it's cheat. But I at least try to eat a little bit healthy during the week.
I follow this Instagram account. I'm pretty sure it's just called the Fuck It Diet.
Mm.
And it's pretty much just about being mindful about what
Yeah.
you're eating and what you're putting in your body.
Yeah, I love that. I need more of that because my, should I say, my IBS. I hate saying that, but my IBS has literally been out of control yesterday and
Mhm.
today. And I think it's just, I haven't been eating bad, but I haven't been eating any vegetables or anything like that,
Mhm.
like any salad like I should
Mhm.
be for like a while now. And I think it just caught up to me. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but I know you lost weight. Like, is that because of this Whole30 thing too, or was it also just because?
Well, it's a little bit of both. I mean, we did Whole30 for hardcore for about like a week and a half, and it's like,
I hated it.
then we just sprinkled in a little cheat here and there. But I mean, it's been working, and we just go home and snack on just crap.
Do you
like-
work out?
I don't.
No.
Hmm.
That would
Amanda's.
But
that would help.
but that's a whole
you know.
nother thing. Like I don't feel
understand.
comfortable working out.
Well, you
For
should.
her,
You gotta
yeah.
work out.
Amanda's
reasons.
about to go into
For
fucking inspiration
reasons.
mode.
Yeah.
I
No,
can feel.
I understand that. But like I understand that you should work out and you should
So
exercise
Amanda's
your
gonna
body.
go into inspiration. Mark, where'd you pick that? So I don't know if it's called Amanda's inspiration.
Shameless plug.
Yeah,
Shameless
Plug.
plug.
it's like my brand.
It's my brand.
I'll
But-
honestly work out with you. Like we don't even have to go to the gym.
Amanda, I cannot physically work out. It's not comfortable for me. You
Okay.
wanted the topic. Here's the topic.
Okay.
I
go
can't
ahead.
work out because I have huge fucking boobs.
Yeah.
Like I'm not afraid. Like I have a 32 triple D sitting on my chest. Do you know how much that weighs on average?
How the fuck? I don't understand. You lost weight. Where?
15 to 23 pounds.
I feel like I need.
Holy
to pick
fuck.
I feel like I need to pick them up. Like.
You wanna hear something
Lie.
crazy? I pick up Violet, and I'm like, this feels like what I'm holding on my chest every day.
I don't
Strap her,
understand. You lost weight and you didn't lose any in the boob because my friend even
No.
lost weight.
I don't
That's
lose
what I
it.
thought would happen.
I don't lose it in my boobs at all, and I can't work out because
Well,
even
you
two
obviously
sports
need a breast
bras-
reduction, so your insurance didn't cover it or
No,
whatever.
it's been a fucking hell shit show with insurance because apparently the insurance knows more than the doctor and they want to take me down to a smaller size than what the doctor recommended. So insurance was just like, fuck you. And I
What
tried to
size
appeal it.
Would
And,
you go to?
well, I wanted to go down to a B. And the doctor was like, yeah, that's fine. Like a larger B cup. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's fine. Like that's what I was at like before all of this happened.
Yeah.
And insurance wants me to go down to like a small B cup, and which wouldn't look right on my frame at all. So I don't know. Now they're just like, you can pay for cosmetic surgery, even though the whole purpose of this reduction is for my health, so I can work out comfortably, not be mentally ill about my self-image.
Yeah. What do you think of this, Mark? I feel like you've never heard this
I've
type
n-
of
I-
stuff.
yeah, this is.
It's-
I'm out of my
it's-
league here.
Amanda has been dealing with this personally for like forever.
I
It's
think
weird how
they're
the insurance
shrinking.
company can like
But
give you
this
an alternate
girl that I
recommendation.
heavily follow, Lauren Giraldo, she just got a breast reduction like last year, and she really talked about it. And although like I don't know if that's the cause of my back pain yet,
It definitely could be.
I don't know yet because I also feel like the back pain started when I started working out, so I think it's because I'm like lifting and stuff. But I can like personally understand what it's like. Like I don't want these. I hope they fucking keep shrinking, and I hope they continue to shrink because I've already went from a large sports bra or whatever to a medium, but I fucking hate them. And it's not fair that it's not fucking fair that everyone else can go around without a bra and we have to fucking go around wearing a bra because we have to keep them sealed so no one sees them sagging, because that's not okay, you know, but they can have their little nipples showing. That's
It's not fair.
acceptable.
It's not fair.
It's ridiculous, yeah. Sorry.
And it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
It's not. Even right now I'm like, "Oh, they're dragging me down." Like, and I'm just sitting here. Mark.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you knew how like in depth it is, because it's serious.
Well, I have a vision in my head. I'm pretty sure it was a TikTok.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
I saw it. That's disgusting.
No, that wasn't what you saw.
that was the reduction.
He
wasn't
saw in like an implant come out of the
Ew.
boob.
Ugh.
A reduction is
that
different.
was so gross. I mean, I could never be a doctor.
He
No,
saw like an
reduction-
implant.
Reductions are completely different.
Oh, they just suck it out.
I don't know what they do.
There's like an incision. I mean, there's stuff going in. I got.
It's
Ugh.
like
Ew.
minimally invasive.
Oh,
And
that's
also,
terrific.
just so you know, she like had scarring, but like it, like I'm pretty sure it like almost went away. And there's like stuff you can put on and stuff too, like. And like at this point,
I will take
at
the
this point,
scarring if it means
who
that
cares
I
about
don't
scarring?
Have to carry
Exactly.
15, a small dog, literally a small dog on my chest.
That's
every day.
ridiculous. I'm sorry. I hope you figure it out.
I mean, if you've seen my dog, she's a
'Cause
small
I-
dog, and
I mean, I know how
She
big
weighs
your
12
boobs are, but I
pounds.
thought they would have shrunk. Did they
No.
grow?
I feel like they have,
Oh my god.
and I don't know how.
They just keep growing.
Oh
They
my
do, and I don't
God.
know if it's because of
stop.
I don't know if it's because of
Sounds
the
like a-
birth control I'm on, which
action
I
movie.
know hormonal birth control can
Yeah.
fuck you up.
Damn.
But I also don't want to change my birth control because it's been keeping me kid free for 6 years. So,
Mhm.
but it also just like damned me for life.
Mm.
And it's not fair because like years ago, my mom had a breast reduction, and I'm pretty sure we have the same insurance now. We've bounced around with insurances because of my dad's work, but I'm like 99% sure we are back on the same insurance that we had when she had hers done, and she got hers, no problem. And now they're just like, fuck you. The universe hates me.
They're like, yeah, they got it. They did this once. They ain't doing it again.
Yeah.
Fucking
Get your
insurance.
one freebie.
I'm like, I'm a different person. Our names both start with J, but I'm
I
a
feel
different
like-
person.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So-
Didn't we think of something else cool to talk about while we were like off the air for a brief minute? And I don't even remember now. So we talked about boobs for an hour.
We're going to talk about Alec's life a little more.
We should.
Alex is a gymnast.
He
Yeah.
Was.
There
Definitely
you go.
not is.
There you go. That's it.
It was.
Yeah, you can segue
we
with
were
the
gonna
Olympics
get
coming up.
back to us.
Yeah.
Back to the
Jen and I
guests.
haven't seen each other in like a long ass time.
This is actually just
like all
Us
of
catching up.
COVID.
Us catching
All of COVID, we
Organic.
haven't seen each other. So.
COVID's rough, man.
COVID was rough.
Oh, I don't know.
On
if we
everyone's
should
mental.
discuss-
I mean, we saw each other during COVID.
Shh! Don't tell him. Don't tell Anthony Fauci.
It was the first time I was on here. Remember, you came swimming.
Was that during COVID? It's funny. Do you remember last
I'm
year?
pretty sure it was in July.
Do you remember last year? It was like during COVID, and now this year it's almost like during
It's
COVID.
still
and then
during
it's
COVID,
like,
but
was
it's-
that during COVID? Because at this point, it's been like 2 years now. I think
Yeah.
That may be a stretch, but it's like roughly 2 years, and you're just like, was that COVID time? And then it's like confusing because
I mean, we
before
definitely-
The whole era.
the whole era is just like fucking. Now it's like in my brain, like
You came swimming, so it was summertime.
it's
Summertime.
yeah. It's just it's just
a nice pool.
ridiculous.
It is nice.
Yeah, so it was like roughly a year ago. Not really. I think it was
It
like
has been a long time, though.
I think it was
This
the
is
end
kind
of
too long.
August, early September.
Mhm.
It was like the end of summer.
Wild.
It was definitely before September.
Yeah. Good timing.
August. I think it was the end of August. Because I remember it was like I knew it was like the last time I was going to be swimming for the summer for some reason. Like I just knew.
Like, we ain't going
I
back.
thought you were going to say it was the
Mm.
last time you're going to see me.
Ever.
Oh,
Goodbye.
No, there were some bad
No,
times.
because it was that day.
Huh?
Oh fuck.
And you were like, are you okay? And I was like, no.
Oh. Yeah, that was when I knew it was going downhill there. I remember now.
That might have been a catalyst, to be completely honest.
That was bad.
That's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way the
It's
cookie
all
crumbles.
better
Anyway,
now.
Alec was in the Olympics.
No.
Olympic gymnast.
Mark keeps trying to get us out of the hole.
I want to
the dark
hear the
hole.
gymnast stuff.
Well, I started when I was young.
How old?
Probably 5, 6 when everyone
Oh wow.
everyone does gymnastics for that 2-3 years to burn energy. Got pretty good at it. Originally, as a middle schooler, I was like, okay, trying to go to college. I wanted to go to Oklahoma because they had a really good program. But then injuries happened. I had 2 stress fractures in my back.
Christ.
Ended up in a back brace for about 6 months. Came back, and then
How did you get them? The injuries.
just stress on just the tumbling over time.
Okay,
It
so
just
you were
caused a
still-
fracture.
From like the age 5 to middle school, you were still.
Oh yeah, I was
tumbling.
doing it as like 3 hours a day practice.
Is there events at that point, or is it just practice? Like what's
Oh, there's I mean, there's events.
Why am I like, teach me how to tumble? Like I'm like, let's go.
Next episode. For men and women, for the men there's 6 events. For the women there's 4.
Mhm.
They share 2, vault and floor.
Mhm.
For the men they have rings, high bar, parallel bars, pommel horse, floor and vault. And did all those.
Sorry, why are you looking at me like that? I'm just trying to drink my water.
We're discussing gym.
I'm just gonna say it. I was thinking about how it's roughly flexible.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm laughing. I'm screaming in the microphone. I was thinking about it's probably really. Okay, we're all adults here. I was thinking about how he's probably really flexible. I
He
mean,
used to be. Not anymore. That goes away forever.
Goes
okay.
away first.
Sorry.
We let the man tell a story. God damn it.
But yeah, then after those 2 injuries, got out of it, took up golf. While these two just die of laughter.
Need a moment of silence for Amanda to swallow her fucking water.
I'm done, but I look and she's still going for an hour. I'm like, Jen, I can't look at you.
It's just episode 69.
Nice.
So that's naturally where the
Flexible.
mind goes.
Yeah.
That's why you need to be flexible.
So you gave up gymnastics. You got moved away from it. Went to golf.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Did that in high school. Figured, if you're going to end up, it's a sport you can play for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So.
he golfs. You golf.
Mhm.
Mark wants to golf.
Yeah.
He said we
need
should
to
go
get better at
golfing.
golfing.
I don't know anything about golfing, but I'd love to wear the cute little skirt. Is that
Drive the golf
if that-
cart.
If that's
That's-
all it takes to get you
I
in
just
there.
want to drink
That's
on
so
the
girly.
cars.
That's such a stupid girly thing to say. Jen and I will be as a go. Oh yeah, we could have a moment. Is that allowed?
Golf clap.
moment.
He plays Mario Golf.
No, the new Mario Golf.
The new Mario Golf game, and I just sit there, and every time he gets a good hit,
She's
he'll
over
like get
there.
it on the green, and it's like the Wii voice, so it'll go nice on, and I'm just like, support.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
what
we
I'm
could
good
be
Support your man.
supportive in the little golf thing.
Have you guys ever been to Top Golf?
No,
Twice, maybe.
Okay.
Amanda hasn't.
I would just.
I
go
didn't
to
take
drink.
her.
I'm not an
Good food.
alcoholic.
At least he
Good
knows.
food
At least
there.
he knows what to
Great.
say.
It may
he says I
may
didn't take
look
her.
and sound like I'm an
One was for
alcoholic,
work.
but I'm not.
Oh, I got accused of being alcoholic by like my mom, so you don't have to explain that to me. I get it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Validation.
Okay, so golf, and you never played basketball though, but you love basketball.
I mean, I played as a youth, but with gymnastics being my sport, I never grew.
Yeah.
So I was like 5 foot until about sophomore year of high school.
Mhm.
And then when I quit, I exploded
So
that summer.
you never
Interesting.
played basketball, or you?
Like,
did?
not really.
Okay, so why did you decide to like?
I mean, watching NCAA March Madness, you
Okay.
fall in love with the sport. And
Okay.
it's not a hard sport to pick up.
Yeah, I like to shoot some hoops.
Yeah.
Play some horse.
And it's nice
Mm.
to be behind the scenes because then, you see things the public doesn't see. Like,
What's the
when-
job like?
it during the season, it's pretty exhausting.
Really?
I mean, she can attest to this because she's watching the dog most of the time while I'm at work. It's
It's long days.
it's 16-hour days,
Mm.
especially with both teams. Like, you have to pack for one team while the other team has a game the next day. So
Mm.
I'm there from 8 a.m., 7 o'clock game till about midnight.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's just me and puppy time.
Yeah. But it's rewarding because, I mean, when I was in Seattle with Washington, they take you to March Madness.
Mm.
And that's a cool experience.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to walk past great coaches like Roy Williams because he was in our bracket.
Yeah.
And see all those players, see new arenas. It's fun. And I also got to go overseas with the team at Washington. So we got to go to Rome and Florence.
Wow.
Granted, I'm doing laundry over there, but
Yeah.
I still get to go see the Coliseum,
Yeah.
do all the experiences with them.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Damn, Daniel.
it'll take your time, but there's some rewarding experiences throughout.
So now though,
Mhm.
like, when's the season start? October. No.
It'll start late
No,
October,
this is
early
November.
November.
So when that starts up, you travel with the team too?
I don't.
Oh, you don't travel.
I don't travel with the team since I have both men's and women's programs. So
Okay.
there's always one at home
Mm-hmm.
that need to be taken care of. So,
Okay, so
I
you're
can
the-
pack for the road, but
But you don't go.
usually I go to the postseason tournaments,
Okay.
and
Gotcha.
then maybe if there's like a intermittent travel where they need extended help,
Mm-hmm.
someone can cover.
Yeah,
for
well, that's
me.
nice. You don't have to travel all over the place during the
No,
season.
I'm-
That would be crazy as shit.
That would be excruciating,
Yeah.
but it's nice. I enjoy it.
As long as you like it.
Yeah.
That's the goal. I thought I had something else. Amanda, do you have something else? I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Honestly, I was just trying not to look at Jen the whole time.
I have
No,
something.
I
if you don't have something.
promised I wouldn't go there, so I'm not gonna go there.
I feel like you've said that so many times. Like it's almost.
I don't even
like-
know where we're going at this point. I don't
Right.
know.
Amanda said she couldn't stop looking at me. I'm like, if you wanna. Go,
I wasn't even talking about that. I just didn't want to
Oh,
laugh.
there.
If you wanna go, you know.
Everyone's gonna comment, be like, "Where is she going?"
Oh,
No, I was trying not to. I just feel like they're like having like this deep conversation. I feel like we're so
I was
like
holding in a cough. and
laughy.
being honest.
I was trying not to like look at you and start laughing, and I
Yeah.
felt I didn't want to have like our own little convo while they were discussing. Go ahead.
I got one. Okay, so you guys are. We mentioned it earlier and throughout. You guys are living independently, apartment,
Yes.
house now,
House now.
right? So next like 7 months, obviously, but you guys are the ones, right?
Mhm.
So let's play a game and look into the future. Like, what's next? We kind of know a little bit, I think, just from like offline conversations and stuff. But like
Mhm.
as far as moving in together, I'm not saying like plan your wedding day type thing, but those types of things. Like, I think you've already talked about some of those things, right? You've talked about
Yeah, we have.
You've talked about like moving in together. I think there's a little bit of a like timeline on that type of thing. Not timeline, but like reasons, things that you got to do.
I like to call it an insurance scam.
Insurance scam. Yeah, exactly. So
I'm on the clock. I need new insurance.
yeah. So like, what's the
It's not a scam.
background,
I
the
love him. It's not a
forethought
scam.
there?
The background is we've talked about it quite a bit. She likes to. She's very stressed out about it,
I stress about everything,
even though there's no proposal
All of
or
the
anything
time.
yet.
Right.
anything and everything, all of the time.
Anything and everything.
So I mean,
Literally me, stress, anxiety.
Well, you're
Welcome to the
25,
internet.
I am 25.
so you're gonna be 26. So that stresses me out just hearing that. So what are you gonna do
Samesies.
about your insurance? Are you on insurance with work?
No,
Oh,
fuck that place. They don't give
so
me
are you
any
still on your
benefits.
parents' insurance?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that
So
cuts
what
off at 26.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do? I mean, that's
I'm
a
running an insurance.
The insurance
That's
scam.
scary.
that's a reasonable thing because we don't know what we're gonna do, especially because Mark's gonna get his own insurance. Like we know what we're gonna do, but it's a big thing. He works from home. He works for himself, so
Work says that they'll like work with me and get a plan, but I don't trust them to do that.
yeah.
Honestly, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So
But yeah, I know you've talked about marriage-wise. Guess how many?
I bounce
know.
around. I bounce around.
It's like, do we want to go
I
to the
was
courthouse?
never. I
or
was never. I mean, even on the fucking throwback,
Hmm.
even on like before, like I've never been one to really think that I wanted a big wedding. Growing up, I had always like, maybe I'll have the Disney dream wedding, but then I was like, no,
Yeah,
no, because
so
weddings.
hella expensive.
When it comes down to it, well, number one, like a Disney wedding would be hella expensive. But when it really comes down to it, it's not about you.
Who
like,
cares? Like
A
yeah.
lot of people put on
Right.
the wedding
To entertain.
for the
Mhm.
guests.
Mm-hmm.
And I've watched friends go through the process of planning their weddings, and it's stressful as fuck. And you have to think, like, who are you going to invite? Who are you not going to invite? What problems are that, is that going
Whose
to cause?
feelings are you gonna hurt?
Yeah.
I feel that 110%. Like
Where are you
yeah.
going to have it? Is it going to be a destination wedding? Is it
Oh,
going to
God.
be, and especially
the
for
list
us,
goes
like,
on and on.
my whole family
Is here.
is here. I grew up
Oh
here.
yeah, that's a big thing.
I mean, my family wouldn't have a problem with, driving here, but
Right, but it's also, like, something you have to consider.
it's more for it's more puts you in a difficult spot because then you have to decide between family members if we hit a guest cap.
I say
Yeah.
get married at the courthouse
That's
so
what
that you can get on the insurance, and then like whenever you're ready, like don't rush into it. I feel like people are like, oh, we can't do it 2 years later even to have a celebration, but like honestly, who cares? Like have the celebration whenever you can afford it, and it doesn't have to even be that big.
Well,
but I know family adds up.
that's the one thing, because we're like, well, who would I want there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to eliminate like those coworkers that like think are your friends. But,
Yeah.
like, Oh God.
Fuck 'em.
Like no, those
Sounds
acquaintances.
like you have some specific people in mind.
Those acquaintances. No, those acquaintances that you're close friends with and like you want to be close with, but when you picture your wedding day, you don't really see them there, and it's not in a rude way.
And it's also like, do you invite people because they invited you to their wedding?
Yeah.
You kind of feel obligated to a certain degree.
Yeah, I don't know. I've only been to big weddings, so I can't really say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't even remember whose wedding I've been to. But I've only been to like big weddings. But I want to. I'm excited. My friend Savannah's getting married August 14th, and it's like gonna be in like farmland because I mean like it's like the husband's parents' house.
Oh, that's.
But it's gonna be huge, and it's like a mansion, whatever. But it's like they live on farmland.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be like it's 50 people,
Mhm.
and I honestly I already know Mark and I can't do 50. Like we're gonna go over just because like, okay, one, we meet so many people doing this and his family, and I'd like to limit
This
it.
is news to me. I didn't know.
I'd like to limit it to
It's-
50 people, but I think it would be really hard. I just want it to be as small as possible.
I thought we weren't having a wedding.
Shut the fuck up.
One day, Alec was like, make a list and break it down of who are your absolutelys that need to be there, who are people that you know deep down you would want to be there, people who you feel like should be there, and then those who you feel straight up obligated to invite. And my list was like 36 people and 4 dogs.
That's funny.
I
And
thought you were going to say more
I have
dogs.
to say one. I have to
40
say one
dogs, 30
thing.
people.
And like, if
All
you
of them
want
courting.
bridesmaids, that's fine. But fuck having bridesmaids. I feel like I might have bridesmaids. I'm not sure, but
That's the other
the
thing.
bridesmaids thing is so ridiculous. The amount of money these bridesmaids spend
Yes.
on the wedding for their friends, and that's
Silly.
fine if they like agree to it or whatever. But like, I
It's so silly.
I don't want to make my friends do that. Like, I might have them like all wear like the same dress and stand up there with me, or I might not at all. Like, I don't know, but all I know is I don't want my friends stressing about my wedding. Like, that's my wedding, and you shouldn't have to worry about that. Like, my friend dropped so much money on her friend's wedding, and I've just heard so many horror stories, and it's terrifying. And I remember when my friend got married at the age of 19, I was mad I wasn't a bridesmaid, and now I'm like, girl, I get it. Like, fuck
Yeah.
that. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. And all the traditional things, like even on the 4th, like some of Mark's family, not Mark's family, like people here were talking to me about a rehearsal dinner. I was like, a rehearsal dinner for what? For what are we rehearsing?
The dance.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
think about
crazy. We could talk about this forever. It's ridiculous.
It is crazy. A lot goes into it, and when you're thinking that you're on a time crunch,
And I'm not having no priest either. Someone's gonna say
Just
us.
some officiant.
I used to
Dennis,
think. I used to think.
you know Brian's friend Dennis.
Oh, that would be
Dennis?
perfect. He's hilarious.
He's an officiant.
He's fucking hilarious.
He's so fucking funny.
I would fucking die if our
He would be
efficient
perfect for Mark.
was dropping
know.
jokes during the fucking
No,
ceremony.
he's
I would cry.
He's he's like hilarious, and I'd consider him family. Sure, let's go.
That would be
Couple
so
years,
funny.
bro. Couple years.
We'll call you.
But yeah, it's I don't.
Also, like dry. I would never want a dry wedding.
Ew. Why would it be dry?
I mean,
Jesus
you
Christ.
cut the cost of alcohol because like alcohol is expensive.
Yeah.
You spend a couple G's on alcohol.
BYOB. Who gives a fuck?
BYOB.
Who cares?
Just bring your own shit.
Just get it
People
sponsored by
would.
the Masters.
Get
I'm
it-
sure.
Get it sponsored by Coors.
Jen.
I've been
Coors.
trying it in
Jen.
my head.
Jen.
I'm using that idea.
It's my idea.
Jen, look at me in the eyes. Why have I not thought of that ever in my life? Because I don't talk to them, and I would love to talk to them
Why
more.
did I?
I'm obviously gonna be okay
didn't
on
I think of
alcohol. Are you kidding me? Cora's, they have
Cora's.
a seltzer.
Chorus.
Those are going away.
What
They're
the
not selling
fuck?
well.
Yeah, see ya. Don't hit the camera. Don't. You made your
My
point.
mom
Sit the fuck
just
down.
told me that they're going away.
But Post Malone sponsored them. How is that possible?
Now
Post
he's-
Malone sponsored Bud.
He's with Monster now.
Why are they
Right.
going
Bud
away?
Light.
Okay, well that's stupid. Well,
Coors seltzers were apparently not selling well, and now they are reportedly going.
Well, what
away.
seltzer are we gonna have at my wedding?
They
'Cause
have
we
We
need
just
free
broke, we
Truly.
just broke that story
Truly's
live
the
on AM
same.
and PM.
I
You
know,
heard
but
it
here
first.
Coors
Truly-
is gonna be in charge of my
Truly
wedding.
is a Coors brand. I mean, I
Oh.
have a
It's in
whole
the-
fucking list of
No.
Coors brands.
Oh, we're good.
It's in the
Twisted
tree of
Tea.
Coors.
Truly.
Can you
Smirnoff.
send me that? I feel like
Yes.
I'm a master's. I should know.
Truly is a Coors brand. So Truly seltzer. They have teas. They have the regular ones.
Oh, well,
they have the
Truly's my-
tropical ones.
I love
They
Truly.
have
That's okay.
the fruit
Okay.
punch ones now.
Damn.
I can't believe I never thought about that though.
You're welcome. You can borrow my idea.
Mm.
I'm gonna check
Borrowing
them.
it. Nice.
She'll give it back after.
I have the last name. I should get it.
I mean,
Couldn't
you're
you
gonna-
both
I'm
get it?
Amanda Masters.
I'm Amanda Masters.
Let me
Couldn't you
in.
both
Do you
get
know
it?
who the fuck I
I've
am?
been here before. I'm Amanda Masters. Do you know who my dad is? Okay, sorry.
That was the funniest story ever.
Yeah.
My favorite.
We won't get into it.
That's a story for off
Next
the
time.
air.
The books.
The books. I had another question.
I mean, we can
'Cause-
keep going on the weddings. Like, I have this whole thing planned. I have
Yeah.
like
The
two
wedding
planned.
we could talk about weddings forever. Let's
Yeah.
go.
No, it was related to that. I mean, you keep talking about the weddings too, but I was going to talk about like finances stuff too, because like we've thought about it all the time.
Absolutely. That's a good one.
Not like in-depth numbers. I'm saying like there's a lot of people out there, it seems like they're very strict and separate when it comes to, dating, and then also like people even in marriage. It's like, it's
Yeah.
my money and your money. I just never really thought like that. And I was interested to get your guys' take on that as well. We're pretty combined, even though we're not legally combined.
Basically, he pays for everything, and it's like it's our money anyways. And I'm just like, okay,
I mean,
cool.
I mean, we haven't really talked
we've
In-depth
talked about it.
about how we're going to do finances later. It's more like
Yeah.
We've
we need to get sustainable on both our ends before we
Mm-hmm.
join together.
I mean, we've definitely talked like splitting things pretty evenly.
Mhm.
I don't know if we would like joint accounts.
Like ever or not or
I mean, I'd be fine with a joint account once we're
I
married.
feel
It's
like
Yeah.
dating.
Yeah.
No, I
mean,
feel like
obviously.
Yeah.
once we're married, like a joint account, and we put in whatever to contribute, and like the joint account pays the bills.
Yeah.
Right.
Is my take on it.
So you still have a separate thing at that
Yeah.
point, though.
I think you'd have like each of us have our own money to go. Say you want to go to Disney, or
You got a Disney fund.
yeah, you two go to Disney. She saves up for that trip with that money,
Yeah.
sort of thing. But if we're going to Disney, we can also put that in our
Into the
joint account.
That's how I feel like the joint account would be like kind of like a savings, but obviously it's going to be a joint checking account because that's going to be like what we pull in to
Right.
pay bills, what we're going to put our money to save up for to go on trips.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe try and find another house in the north.
Yeah.
What's our finances look like, Mark?
Well, they're separate right now.
I mean, is it similar to that? Is that your idea, or?
I mean, just the general schema is I've been heavily into finance for a long time, and like I've tried to help Amanda, with the credit cards, like all that sort of shit.
Yep.
She's done very well. She's really learned a lot and came a long way, and she's got control of all her stuff. That was the big thing. But I think long term,
It was a long road.
you got to learn.
Everyone's got to start somewhere.
Yeah. But I would say that if we got married tomorrow,
I have come a long way. I mean, if you want to go in on it, I can talk.
Let's
shit right
fucking
here
go.
Because I was financially abused. If we want to get down to
Jen,
it, I was
Jen.
financially abused, and I paid for everything because I had a fucking leech who did not pay for a single cent. Who made me open credit cards so we could go on trips for his fucking hockey tournaments. Where it got to the point where his friends were like, "You're paying for everything. We're just going to take the L. So you're not paying anymore."
not great.
So I was financially ruined, and
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna.
Not
this
ruined,
is,
but
this is a real thing.
started from behind.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
you're
get.
right.
We're gonna get real. I was driven in. I mean, granted, it wasn't all him. It was a little bit about like me because I can't say no.
Yeah.
I
and-
was driven into $6,000 worth of credit card debt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And most of it came from charging hotel rooms. Because we did not have the money to go on these trips. But I didn't want to miss out on the experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't say no.
Fear of missing out.
Wow.
Like, I have severe FOMO. Everyone's going to Ocean City. I don't want to sit at home.
Mhm.
Thank God COVID happened. That was the trip where I was going to be like, fuck no.
Mhm. Yep.
But I've learned.
Yeah.
Now you're getting back on track.
There
I'm
you go.
getting back on track. It takes
It takes
a
time.
lot.
It's gonna take time.
But
Yeah, I mean,
it's definitely good when your partner is financially sound
Mhm.
and respects you. Like, you pay for a lot when you and Amanda go out, but that's because you know that you can and you feel like you want to. It's
Yeah.
not like you don't feel it's not like Amanda's like pay for everything.
no, yeah, certainly.
Like we try to split when we go out like pretty evenly. Like, oh, you picked up last meal, like
Yeah.
I'll pick it up tonight. Or
Right.
like I'm like, hey, like you're doing everything with this house, let me cover a couple meals.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it definitely
Exactly.
it helps me a lot because he understands the finances.
Right.
For
I mean,
sure.
Just basically trying to help her become financially literate more so.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Not that you
That's
were
a big deal.
illiterate, but
I was a little illiterate, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean
I'm
also like I mean
definitely
we went to
getting better.
IKEA today and
yeah.
put the purchase on my card because I get points versus just her debit card. Take advantage of all the
You're
points.
speaking
you
my
can.
language.
You are
Yeah.
speaking Mark's language. And then I just Venmo him the money.
And
Yeah.
like for any like Prime Day, I had my whole family use my card because I have an Amazon card.
Yeah.
6% back on all that, and they just Venmo me money back.
Mark is like this.
My man is running a fucking
my
scheme
guy,
here.
My guy.
My man's running a scheme with that shit. Yeah, just put it on the card. Put it on the card. Yeah, Venmo me. That's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine. That's no
I'm all
problem.
about
No
that.
problem. I'm getting 6% back. Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. I like that. No, that's genius. Obviously that's shitty situation. But that is all you can do, and that's the best.
You live,
Yeah.
you learn, and you find something that's 100 times better.
There you go. I mean, you just got to keep moving
Where
forward.
you're actually happy.
The only thing that I want to add
I
to
wish
that,
this was tea.
the only thing that I want to add to that too is because I think that like we're kind of all on that same page, getting to that same page, is like with financial literacy, and then the other thing, like Amanda asked, like kind of like what our thing is. It's very similar to that. The one thing though that I really think kind of ties into that Jen might know this about me, Amanda definitely knows, Alec probably don't, obviously. One thing that we've implemented in our relationship is this idea of like minimalism, but not to like a ridiculous degree.
Yeah.
It's like a mindset of just like thinking about shit. Honestly,
Like
just
less-
living more intentionally,
Less
really.
is more.
Right. That's actually the name of that documentary, I think.
I think it is.
But the thing how it plays into like basically every other aspect, not literally just not having a lot of shit. It's like I think of it as being more efficient. So like the thing that I was thinking is like we could get Amanda like more credit cards and she could be like, she could get cash back and this, that, and the other thing. But I think at the same time, long term, we're going to get married. And then probably what we're going to do is just take the shit that I have already, because I've got a fuck ton of like accounts and everything like that. We'll just take everything and we'll just make it like one joint checking, one joint savings or whatever. And then like, investing in different things like that. And I just think since our goal is to be a unit and to be one for forever, right? When you take that vow, is like everything will just be there, right? And it's like we know how much we have coming in. And when you work as a team, I'm not saying you don't need the individual things. Like if that's a strategy, it could absolutely work. I'm saying though, like for me, efficiency and like just all in one type shit, I feel like that is going to be the way to do it, because then it's not like a guilt thing, but it's like, we know, random number. We have $10,000 in this account. Like we can't do this, that, and this because we only have this
Because
much.
you
Like
only have-
we're a
yeah.
team. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a thing. It's just
It's also like you're not going to feel like,
Well,
does my partner have hidden money?
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Another good thing, Alec, that you don't know is we plan to work together. Like, we already are working together, and that's like the goal is for me to leave my job and us work together.
Not anytime soon.
My goal is to
In a few
retire
years.
by the time I'm 30 and be a stay-at-home job mom, but that's not allowed. So
Oh shit.
work until I die.
No, until
You guys get at the lottery.
you just gotta get financially free, and then you can.
Financial
work.
freedom, baby. Fire.
But I want that
Financially
fueled by
independent.
progress
Retire.
money, making it rain.
What?
That fueled by
Is
progress
Mark
money,
gonna,
baby.
Like, start a thing where he like does financial freedom seminars?
I've already like
Are you-
started it
are you
slightly. I
gonna-
just have too many other fucking things that I'm trying to do
Are
at
you
one
gonna
time.
Charge for that?
I think that would be counterintuitive, honestly, in a lot of ways, because there's a lot of free information out there already.
Yeah.
So I think the way to do it is not to charge random business tip that I've kind of gathered. If you're going to do something, if you're going to give away information, I would say the best way to do it is give away the information for free to like the end person, like the consumer of it, and get paid from people that want the consumer's attention. Like YouTube is a perfect example.
Yeah.
People are making boatloads of money on there because they're giving the shit away for free, and the way they're making money is like off of ads, or they're making money off of like supplementary shit. It's like I could go on YouTube. This is how I learned everything that I've known. Like I rarely paid for shit.
University.
That's
YouTube
it.
University.
I learned so much more there than I
TikTok
did at Pitt.
University.
I went
Also, yes.
I went to University of Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
and I didn't learn nearly as much shit there that I have like just in the years that
On
I
fucking
you know.
TikTok. No, can we talk
For
about
sure.
TikTok for real?
TikTok is amazing.
You dabble into the TikTok?
Oh, absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
You're deep in the talk.
fucking love TikTok, man. Like, sorry.
feel like
I
learned-
literally,
It reminds me a lot of.
I
Vine,
love it so much.
But
It
just
is.
they did it better.
But it's crazy, and like I told Mark what I want to do. Like, I don't want to be like TikTok famous, but I love those people that like. It's almost like they found themselves because like they had one viral fucking video, and then it's like, oh my god, now they have like a following, and like that's like their job to be like a content creator.
Mhm.
And I mean, that's like kind of what I want to do, and like that's just so beautiful to me that this is a thing, and it's. I mean, this could be like a whole episode. It's amazing. Like, it's just amazing. So.
Yeah. No.
And it's fucking awesome. Like, it's so entertaining. I just love it. And right before COVID hit, I hated it. And I was like, fuck this TikTok. It's so fucking stupid.
Mm.
And now I'm, like, obsessed.
Well, you find people who are passionate about something that they enjoy, and then you can just radiate with that. You can resonate
And,
with that.
yeah, there's so many people I follow who are, like, you know, my people. And, like, I get influenced by so many things, and I learn so much. It's crazy.
Yeah, you've learned.
I've learned so
a
much
lot on
about being a
TikTok.
toddler teacher, and like I feel like people don't take me seriously, but I'm serious. It's really helped me with being a toddler teacher. Like there's so much
absolutely.
on there.
I got another one I think is relatively important. A relatively important concept. I don't know how much you guys have thought about it or not. We've talked a lot, you know, both the sides of the table here about how we are together kind of in a lot of ways, right? We've had some individual things, but like what do you guys think about that? Have you talked about that at all where like obviously and it's
so
still relatively
chicken
early,
wing.
right? It's 7 months, right? So like most of it has probably been I don't want to say like infatuation because you guys have obviously thought about a lot more
There's
things.
obviously the honeymoon phase.
Exactly. But at the same time though, like even though you're thinking about like we're doing this together, you know, you always want to see each other and stuff like that as much as you can. Longer term, have you guys thought about this now in other relationships, whatever? Have you thought about the idea of still being an individual in your relationship though, and how important that is to not lose your sense of individuality? And so like I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Jen wants to talk about it.
Absolutely. You want the content? Better open wide. Daddy made you some content.
Daddy
I
made
wish
you
I
your
had my-
favorite
I-
open wide.
I wish I had the.
Head
Disco
down.
ball, yeah,
Disco
Yeah,
we're gonna
no,
install that
is-
next week.
That's one thing that I learned from the last relationship was you cannot lose who you are. I lost everything that I considered to be who I was because
Yeah.
I tried to please my partner.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't do that. You have to be happy and healthy with yourself.
Mhm.
And if you're with the right person, they're going to appreciate and love you for whoever you are. Whatever backwards, gay shit, gay, the derogatory term, that you enjoy. For instance, I got shit on because I enjoyed Star Wars and I enjoy the Marvel movies and the Marvel universe.
Yeah, you're right.
And I let that go because I was too nerdy. It was dumb. Right off the bat, early on in our conversations when we first matched, he was like, do you like Star Wars and Marvel? And I was like, yes, I fucking do.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
He's like, well, like, who's your favorite Marvel hero? And I'm like, Iron Man. And he's like,
Iron Man.
that's the only correct answer.
Wow.
And I was
He's
like,
the
wow,
OG.
like, this is what
It's like a movie.
I thought. I wasn't allowed to enjoy that stuff and be comfortable enjoying it, especially as a woman. But no, like, you have to.
And
why
that
why
can-
especially as a woman? I'm just
Women
curious.
get shit on for liking nerdy shit. It's
And
like
I
we're
feel
not
like-
allowed to know anything.
That could cause you to be like insecure in ways
Resentment.
you didn't even know you could be like insecure. Like you could feel some type of way about like liking it because the other person feels weird about
And
it.
it would suck because Marvel releases movies all the time.
Too many
Like,
to
there's
keep up with at
way
this
too
point.
many.
Yeah.
And
I
the
think they
fact
should
of the
stop
matter,
with Infinity War.
the fact of the matter is, like,
just stop
if you're
there.
with the right person, even if they're not as into it as you are, they will at least respect you enough to be like, yeah, let's, like, back when you could go to the theater, let's go see the movie because you want to. It wasn't
You
that.
can go. I went to the theaters recently. It was awesome.
theater.
The theater.
I haven't been to
It was
either.
sweet. I saw The Conjuring 3. Anyways.
You might be possessed now, but that's a whole nother thing.
Oh, it was terrifying. I had a really bad nightmare last night. Oh,
She has been weird since she saw that.
we won't get into it.
Demons.
No,
and
the
possession.
nightmare was fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
But the right person will take interest at least and support what you like. They're
Mhm.
not gonna tear you down for it. They'll support you, and if you want to go see the new Marvel movie, like, they would go see it with you.
I mean, I'll say this, like, speaking on the point of taking interest in the other person's hobbies, I never grew up around hockey.
Yeah.
I know more about hockey now than I thought I ever would, just because she's a
Me
huge
too.
fan. It's
Me
not
too.
bad. It's actually pretty exciting to watch. Like, growing up, I was like, I don't see the appeal of hockey, but
You were also in Kansas.
where there is no hockey. But yeah, no, it's pretty exciting. I think
And that's what I love. It's like we learn from each other and we get into things that you would never think individually that you would get into, but because your partner enjoys it so much, you're like,
That's
let me see
awesome.
what this is about.
Wait.
it's easier to get into things when you have an expert in it
Right.
leading you throughout that.
But it's also easier to get into things when your partner is supporting you.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying.
And it's, they support your individual
Passions. And
passions. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
Your
think
individuality. Like, they see you as who you are as an individual, and they're like, yes, that's why I like you.
I mean, it's always nice.
I mean, like,
It's nice to see you get excited about stuff.
yeah.
So when you say X, Y, and Z gets me excited, okay, let's go do those things.
Right. Like, Pokemon.
Love it.
Pokemon.
I'm not huge into Pokemon, but I know more about Pokemon now than I did going into this because
Yeah.
you're very into
He
it.
likes Pokemon. That's
do.
cool. I think that's sweet. I used to play Pokemon as like a kid, and
Like
I
the
liked
card
It's so
or
nice.
the games? Or like
Most of
both?
the games.
it.
Got into the card
Like, I
collecting when it
didn't- I didn't-
exploded recently, but
I didn't shy away when you're like, oh, like, I was like, teach me.
Cool.
'Cause you
Pokemon Go?
like it.
yeah.
Pokemon Go.
Funko
Seems
Pops.
No.
seems like a cool concept. I don't know how.
It's not
I never
bad.
played it though.
Yeah.
I thought that was old news.
I mean,
it's older, but it's
What
still,
games do you play? Like, what is it?
most of the stuff is just like the stuff for the Switch, like
Okay.
Sword and Shield is the newest one.
Oh.
Excited for the new ones to come out is it this fall? I don't remember.
I'm
Wow.
just saving up to get the one where you just take pictures of them.
Okay. That's good to know because I think that's actually already out.
It is already.
I'd be
out. I
interested to like look into
just-
Pokemon.
financially.
I
I
remember
can't
playing it
justify
as
buying
a
it right now.
like as a young girl. That sounds so
As a
weird.
youngin.
But with this kid, we were like really close friends, and I remember playing it. And I wonder if I would remember any of the characters, because of course, the only one I fucking remember is Pikachu. But like I know there's more. Everyone remembers fucking Pikachu. It's like Pikachu, but like I know there's more.
There's a couple more, I think, right?
A
It's
couple.
like
Thousands.
500.
There's a ton.
I just wonder if I would remember any of it. Be like really getting the brain going. Oh, but I have a question. What is the Marvel movie with Brie Larson? Do you know?
Captain
Is that a porn
Marvel.
star?
Captain Marvel?
What?
Who does she play? Like I don't know.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
She's Captain Marvel.
She is Captain Marvel.
Because I don't even know how I stumbled upon it, but I saw her like training to be a superhero, and
Oh,
that
TikTok.
interests me so much, and I just like feel like I need to see the movie, and I love her,
Black Widow just came out too.
so I need to look into it.
It's weird.
I haven't seen
Training to be a superhero, fucking sick.
Captain Marvel, but I didn't like her that much
I am
in
so
the movie.
Oh,
In the
really?
movies,
Far
in like the
behind on my Marvels.
ensemble movies like Endgame or Infinity War, I didn't like her in those.
Okay.
That's just personal preference, though.
Yeah,
Nothing
I mean,
against
I
her.
haven't seen like any of them, so it would be like me going in.
They're all on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They
Jesse
have
just told me to
them.
watch them all, actually. We had a long conversation about this.
Good. I need Disney Plus. If he's gonna let us use our Disney Plus, I'm going the fuck in. We're watching Lizzie McGuire movie. It's the first thing we're watching.
Hey now.
Mark knows all these quotes from the movie, and
I
I'm
do.
like,
That
I
guy,
would
the
Sing
have-
me
fucking,
Hollow.
what's his fucking face?
Well, Jen was just Lizzie McGuire the other day. Last
Sergey.
The other day.
The other
No,
day.
not Sergey.
Well-
Fuck. What's the guy's name? The fucking dude at the hotel. The hotel man.
bald guy.
The hotel manager. He's got like 2 lines. We serve at the 5 at the cookies.
Oh yes.
Oh,
I
He's
don't
on he's on the phone. He's like,
Mark
mhm,
was the
I,
acting.
I
mhm.
don't remember.
Thank
his
you very
name.
much.
I was
The plane is gone.
Isabella for Halloween.
I know it's the middle of summer, but I was thinking about couple
Giorgio.
Halloween costumes. Today, I was talking about them with my hairdresser. Let's go. Like, what should we be? What are some
Halloween,
good ones?
fuck.
What should you guys be? Like, Halloween. Like, I'm ready for Halloween.
Well, I mean,
It's fucking
we thought
July.
about Star Wars one.
We've been all over the board. First
See,
going
they're
into
already
this, I
there.
was like,
It's the-
immediately, I was like,
First Halloween, yeah.
The dog's got to be Chewbacca.
I was like Han Solo and Leia, and the dog's gonna be Chewbacca
Yeah.
Oh, but my little cousin that I was talking about, her name's Leia.
after
Yeah.
Princess Leia.
It's amazing.
Nice.
They're obsessed with Star Wars.
Nice.
Like first thing when I was like, when he was like, "Do you like Star?" I was like, "We're gonna be Han and Leia,
And you had another idea. I
and
don't
the
remember
dog's
what it was.
gonna
though.
be." My most recent one was just like pulling Bo Burnham.
Oh,
Different
yeah.
things
Well, yeah,
from
there
the
was that.
inside.
Oh, that's a good one. I
would be
mean,
so
might
simple,
as well
but
keep
like-
it up with the viral trends. We were Tiger King fucking
Yeah, we were
last year
talking last time.
from Carol Baskin. It was probably the best costume
Killed
we've
her
ever
was
done.
really
husband,
good.
whacked it.
I loved it.
Killed her husband. Whack.
What was my other one?
I thought you had another couples one with the dog, but I can't remember what it was.
I mean, we could be.
I'm trying to think of like the genre.
I
it
should
was.
be Britney Spears and you
Doctor-
could be her dad. That'd be good.
That's fucked.
I don't know the story.
Free Britney.
Did he rape her? What happened?
I was gonna say I don't know.
No,
what
he
that's
didn't
about.
rape her.
He's in complete control of her
You could be.
finances.
Well,
and her content.
It
that
is
she puts
fucked.
out.
Oh,
Hmm.
That is
She has,
fucked.
She has no
I'm in.
control over her own money. She isn't allowed to take out her birth control.
I guess
because-
that's fucked. You could be her boyfriend.
Why is that?
because they don't want her
Pass.
having kids.
I've always wanted to be
Because-
Britney Spears with the little
Isn't
schoolgirl
she, like,
outfit.
50?
Soleil.
But it's like, who would Mark be? I love Britney. Free Britney.
I'll be Justin Timberlake.
Hashtag free Britney. Fuck Jamie.
Yes.
Wait, what?
And why is
I don't even know the story. I'm
why
so
is
confused.
Jamie named Jamie? And and I love Jamie Lynn Spears. I'm a big fan. But where the fuck were you? Where the fuck were you? I'm sorry. I listen to a lot of podcasts about
No, it's
about this,
devastating. It's
so I'm
devastating.
like,
Huh.
this is my platform here to speak on it, and fuck
don't even-
Jamie. Jamie's her dad.
What? Oh, Jamie Lee.
You need to watch- have you
I
seen
was
Free
think- I was
Britney
off. I
on
was off
YouTube?
there.
I told
Why
you,
did they name Jamie?
Mark.
what?
We're watching Free Britney on YouTube next time we're together because last time I wanted to watch it and you were iffy about it. But if you really want to know all the answers, we have to watch it.
What was my other?
I don't know. I don't know what the other
Costume?
costume idea was. It'll probably come to us on the drive home.
But my hairdresser said she wants to be
Like
something
Dr. Grant
scary.
and Ellie
but I don't
and-
know.
That doesn't
About
sound
scary.
No, but this is a new
There's so
one.
much
that I just came
makeup
up with.
involved, you know.
Yeah,
This just
I
a
don't wear
new
makeup.
costume idea. Dr. Grant and Ellie and SB can be
A dino.
dinosaur.
Baby dino.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
I think
Who's
it's silly.
that?
From Jurassic Park.
Oh, who
Mm.
should we be? What do you think, Jen?
I'm trying to.
We're working on us.
You're
I have no brain power right now. Do you want to do like another trend?
It depends how trendy is it. Like if it's like extra trendy, I don't know.
I mean, we still have 3 months for another trend to pop up.
I mean, you're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I know
but-
Brett Burnham.
Wow, what trend?
Tiger King came out in March, right before quarantine hit,
Yeah.
and that was.
That's what
the-
everybody watched.
I've always
until-
wanted to be Britney Spears, a little schoolgirl Britney Spears. Who could you be? You know? I don't know why I worry
Justin
about this
Timberlake.
now. I absolutely love
Latex
Halloween
Britney
and
Spears,
fall.
and he can be the dude that
I
gives
could
you
be
the-
any Britney I wanted to. Do you know how many Britneys there are? I want to be the I'm a slave for you,
could be
Britney.
Latex Britney, and he can be. Well, you could be slave for you, Britney, and he could be the snake.
What's latex Britney?
You know her in her red latex suit, and then he could
Oops,
be the guy.
I did it again.
Yeah, and he
you
gives
could be the astronaut.
and he could be the astronaut.
That's it.
You know that gives you the heart of the sea. from
That's
Titanic.
it.
But I thought it fell to the
Fuck,
bottom
that's
of the
gonna be
ocean.
hot. That's a hot suit.
Yeah.
I don't want to wear all
Oops,
that.
Well, hopefully it's a cold day.
I mean, it's usually rainy on Halloween anyway.
All right, if
so
we don't find anything better, that may be it.
you're
We'll
welcome.
note it.
I better be. If you do it, I better be.
As long
Credit
as
her.
you get pictures.
Credit.
Credit.
I'll
Costume
tag you.
credit.
I'll tag you. My friend usually has a Halloween party every year. The one year, this is a funny story. The one year I was at Kohl's with my mom. This is like 2 years ago, maybe roughly, maybe even 3 now, because you know the past years.
What is time?
What is time anymore? Like I was saying before. I got a phone call and they're like, "Where are you, Amanda?" And I'm like, "I'm at Kohl's with my mom. It's a Friday night, you
Wow.
know." And
This is a funny
Typical
story.
Friday night.
she's like,
FaceTime with my
the
mom.
part, like, we're all, like, waiting for you and looking for you. Like, where are you? And it's 8 o'clock. So I'm like, why didn't you guys tell me sooner? They're all at the party. And you know what's hilarious? I saw pictures of my friend and her boyfriend in their costumes at my friend's house. But somehow just thought, like, they had something else going on. And they were just, like, taking pictures. I was, like, a little weirded out.
Calls me.
But confused. I was literally, and it sounds so dramatic, but I was bawling my eyes out because it's like my friends,
was.
Savannah, Abby, and Lindsay. I don't
Yeah.
see them often. And we were supposed to be Danny and Sandy from Greece. So you
Yeah.
know what happened? I saved that costume for the following year.
That's awesome.
You know what is real quick though? This is
But it was so sad.
the only reason I'm not really like big on picking Halloween costumes this early, but that shit goes so fast. Like it's so hard to get a Halloween costume when it gets
Absolutely.
closer to Halloween. So yeah, I don't. Kudos to everyone for thinking about this sooner because it escapes me, and then I'm like, fuck.
Last year, I was gonna.
I'm gonna be a ghost.
Last year, I was gonna be sexy Gerard Way
Did you see what?
from the Black Parade.
Yeah.
Kaylee,
video.
right? That's her name?
And then, Kaylee. And then Kaylee was like, "Do you want to do a couple's costume with me?" Because we had both like,
Lizzie
just
McGuire.
broke up with our significant others. And I'm like, absolutely. Like, what?
Nah.
She's like, Lizzie and Isabella.
Did you
and I'm
see
like,
it?
I saw Lizzie and Isabel.
It was
there.
amazing.
how
Yeah.
the fuck are we gonna put this together? I was like,
We have
'cause
3
our
minutes.
Friend, no, like our friend Lexi was having a Halloween party.
Like, how soon?
3 days.
Oh my God, how'd you get those jackets?
My fucking mom.
Your mom's the best.
My mom
Came in
went
clutch.
to Goodwill,
Wow.
scoured like 3 craft stores to find
Mm.
lime green dye,
Oh my gosh.
cut and sewed my my whole costume. Like, I just had the boots from my Gerard Way costume, the fishnets from that costume,
That's ridiculous. Wow.
and she
We need
did
help.
the
Call your mom.
skirt and and the jacket for me, and then she dyed like the jacket for Kaylee's costume. She looked at the photos of like the
I have
scenes
to
in
go
the
back and
movie,
look
and she
now.
cut it out and sewed it so that it looked like Lizzie's jacket.
Jesus.
She did an impressive job then.
That's ridiculous.
Oh,
Dyed it. What
and-
color was it before?
We were actually on a
Hopefully white.
shorter timeline because my mom was leaving for vacation in like 2 days.
Christ.
Yeah, my mom is the fun
Where'd you get
That's
the
a
little pop
full-time
star
job.
things?
Those I just bought at Spirit. I got the last 2
Cool.
Nice.
Wow.
because it was so close to Halloween. Like they
Right.
go fucking
Mhm.
fast.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know what I was gonna say, but that's crazy.
It's wild. Damn, guys.
I feel like I was gonna say something important now. Probably wasn't. It's probably about like the pop star outfit or Lizzie McGuire sewing. Halloween. God.
I mean, it's basically Halloween now. Like, what other holiday is there?
I just saw a
Between
meme
now
about
and
that.
then, yeah.
July 5th. It's like, it's Halloween season.
It is
Changed my
Halloween.
mind.
It is
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, the reason I thought about the girl that I that does my hair, we both really like fall, but she's like really into Halloween, loves scary stuff, and
Nope.
oh god,
Not for
here we
me.
go.
Nope.
You don't like scary?
No, like I would not do The Conjuring like you did in theaters.
I am
I would hardly
absolutely-
do it on Netflix at home.
Despite
Oh, well, that's
popular belief,
perfect.
I'm not into Halloween.
That's perfect
Like-
because Jen hates scary. I forgot.
Yes.
You don't like scary
Okay.
movies
I
either?
don't like scary movies. I don't like haunted houses. That is another thing.
Hmm.
Haunted
Wow,
houses,
we got 3 non-scares here, and then there's just me.
haunted houses just target your demographic though.
They target me, and I don't like it. I don't like.
I mean, I don't mind haunted houses because they don't.
Remember
go for
when we
me.
went to the scare house at one time? You like almost died.
We went to the scare house, and I popped 3 Ativan to be high as fuck to go through it, and then buried my head in my hood and Burhan's back so that I didn't have to look at anything. And then they try to be like, "You're the chosen one." I'm like, "You're fucking picking. You got the wrong
Well,
one."
when you hide,
You got the wrong bitch.
when they hide, they pick at you. So that was kind of
I take off my glasses so I can't see.
that's hilarious.
I
It's a
hate
good
I
it.
love that shit.
Not
And
giving
I
him
love
any
scary
advantage. I'm
movies.
taking away my eyesight.
Mark doesn't mind haunted houses. He thinks they're funny because he talks the whole time. And honestly, haunted houses aren't fucking scary anymore. When
They're really not.
I should go. No.
I was like, "Mark, you're the chosen
No,
one."
they're not. They are scary if I were to go with my friend. Maybe I should go with my friend this year because when I go with Mark, they're not fucking scary. Cause
Well, when you have people like screaming, I mean, like,
no,
yeah,
all
it's
he
kind of
does,
scary.
all
but,
he
like,
does
it's,
is crack
you
a joke.
just walk through it. I mean, like, unless you go to like the basement type shit where they're actually fucking with you,
No,
I wouldn't
no,
do
no.
that because I don't
It's-
want to get fucking stapled
It
in my
is
fucking chest.
scary,
Yeah.
but you're missing the point.
They
All
make you
Mark does is
bugs.
crack a joke, so he makes it not scary.
Because it is kind of funny though.
All he
I
does
mean,
is
like, I know
joke.
it's not real, but they just
It's a
pick
coping
on me,
mechanism.
and I don't like
Yeah.
being picked on. So.
Well, I'll be the first one to tell you. I love scary shit, but if I watch too much, I get nightmares. I had like 2 nightmares
Pussy?
recently. And I haven't even watched anything scary, but I did see The Conjuring in theaters.
I've heard that there are demons attached to that movie.
Jen, don't fucking tell me that.
I'm just.
So what is the
I read it
scariest
on
movie
Reddit.
you've seen, in your opinion?
The Conjuring 3.
Shut the fuck up because
We gonna die.
at the end they
We
show
all gonna die.
at
An
the
exorcism.
at the end they show you the real exorcism.
Yeah, that's where the demon.
Really?
It opened a portal.
Porthole.
Just saying.
We all gonna die.
I had
Definitely wouldn't
I
watch
had
that.
really bad.
Lots of people have been reporting freaky shit after they watched the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I've had my nightmare.
Aliens.
Can I tell you my nightmare? I don't
Go
know if
for
I
it.
should. I'm gonna cry.
Holy fuck.
It was really scary, Jen. You're freaking me out. You probably should have kept that to yourself.
I just want the public to know.
Basically, I've been having movies
You
that
should do
I'm
a
like
cleanse.
watching a
Some sage.
I'm like watching a scary movie, but like I am seeing it and I'm there, and it was like me and Lauren in my grandparents' house, and
That's fucked up.
basically
They
there
dead.
was like I'm not like racist or anything, but 2 black people, and then like
You don't have to preface it with
2 black. 2 black. I'm
Black
sorry,
Lives
black
Matter.
people is so racist. That's fucked up. Black,
what?
a black
I don't think it's
woman
that-
and a
Yeah.
black,
You sang it first. You sang it first.
a black woman and a black.
You're
ro-
not dropping the hard R. You don't have to.
It's okay. Keep going. Fuck it.
I just feel like it's
There
important.
were some POC. We get it.
I'm sorry I said black people. I know that's not a good thing to say. I know that's
I don't even
sorry.
know what it is at this point. Keep
No,
going.
it's a black a black woman and maybe like a black young girl. I don't know. And woman, black
Oh
woman.
wait,
sorry.
this is
nightmare.
us. This is us. You're describing
And
the
something's happening.
Get out.
Something's
Yeah, that
happening to like this little girl. She's white. I'm just telling you they're racist. Like I'm not trying to be racist. I don't know, but someone's possessed and it's on a TV screen. Very vivid, Jen, and I'm just saying, so now that you told me that, I'm kind of a little scared. But we're just going to think happy thoughts, watch some funny stuff, and maybe I should
Inside.
rethink about seeing demon movies because I didn't know there was demons attached to that. My friend Lauren said that, but she's crazy and dramatic. So do you really think,
Come
like,
on, man.
I mean, I'm a
What have you
very
heard?
strict believer of the paranormal.
so am I. And I saw.
You don't sound like it.
No,
Yeah,
listen,
you're skeptical.
You sound like a
Jen,
non-believer.
Jen, I heard
That
the
just
real
got changed.
tape. I heard it. So, and now I'm having these dreams.
You're fucked.
I'm sorry.
Just don't give whatever you have to me.
But
all right?
honestly, I could just be having the dreams because it's in my mind.
Yeah, I could definitely. I mean, I would
And
still make.
No,
it.
I just want to say this before I like freak myself out too much and tell everyone I have nightmares. It's normal for me to have like a nightmare that my mom got chopped up like in the subway bathroom and I wake up
Not Jimmy
That's
John's.
just normal.
and I wake up. No, I wake
That
up
happens
and
every other week.
I wake
mean, there's
up-
cars flying through subway
No, like-
front windows and
no,
shit.
I wake up and it's like
I mean,
dead
I
ass
just told you
normal.
this
I've
has-
told you this.
Has
So
been
that's why
touched,
I'm not
yeah.
too freaked out like as of right now because I have nightmares like that and like all the time. Like I just have normal. One time I woke up and it was one of those things where you're like screaming but you can't scream. And then one time I thought like
A
people were
constant
trying
state
to
of
kill me
sleep
and I told my
paralysis.
mom in the bathroom. So we're just gonna. Honestly, we're just going to say I understand why there is demons attached to that movie because it's the real footage. Maybe, what's their names? Are they still alive? Do you know?
No, I don't think.
Well, maybe if they
They
were
dead.
I
if
don't
they
think
were
Ed
here,
and
they
Lorraine.
wouldn't have let that footage go to the whole world, I don't think.
All right. What?
Potentially.
I
I
don't
don't know.
think Ed and Lorraine are still around.
No, I don't think so. Oh, but that was another Halloween costume that I thought about.
That would be a good one.
Who do you call now though if something like that happens? Like they're not here.
I was gonna say.
I'm
It's too
serious.
easy.
Who do you call? Cause like I'm not calling some random priest on the side of the road. Like I want Ed and Lorraine. Like who? I'm gonna research it. 'Cause if
No,
something
don't do that.
happens-
Just fucking don't
Whoever
think
the
about
guys
it.
are from
Burns
Supernatural,
and
call
Sage.
them.
Just cut it off.
No, it's
Just cut it
very.
off
Keenan.
right now.
Anyways, it's very
Yeah.
interesting. The whole thing is interesting. It is scary, but it's true stories and yeah.
Probably should just cut your losses. Don't go any
Salt,
deeper.
Sage.
Yeah.
Let's end this on a happy note, guys. What else should we discuss? We should discuss one more topic and then maybe we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want to go into? I could. What do you want to talk about?
Maybe we
Well-
should just sing a Bo Burnham song.
No. I need something happy.
Something happy right now.
I didn't know if there was anything that you wanted to get into. I kind of scraped the surface.
What's your favorite breed of dog?
Hers is Corgi.
Oh, let's talk about dogs. So, your puppy, like, where
Mhm.
did you get your puppy? It's a girl, right?
It is a girl.
Mm-hmm.
I got her in Ohio in the Amish country.
Wow, damn.
It was weird
Awesome.
driving there. You just go back in time. Feel like
Right through a portal.
yeah, seems like
Back
it.
to the future.
Then you got a buggy passing you.
Mm.
Went there, picked her up. Was very unprepared. Didn't really have anything.
I was not around.
You were not around yet.
No, this is your story.
Just held her in my lap as I drove 2 hours back home. Luckily, she didn't pee or poop on
Didn't
me.
you leave work?
But early, yeah.
You were just like, I'm gonna go get a dog.
It was pretty sporadic. I've thought about it for a while, and then like there was a 2-week stretch like I'm getting a dog. So researched, and everyone was getting a dog in COVID, so had to look for one. Found one that didn't have like a wait list forever. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get this dog. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm leaving. Gonna go drive and get this dog.
Did you say the breed?
Mini Aussie, mini Australian Shepherd.
Gotcha.
Which I came to find out she wasn't a purebred.
Yeah, he got scammed.
Got scammed a little bit, but Wouldn't trade her for anything in the world. My parents have 2 corgis and an Australian cattle dog.
Mm.
And those dogs are pretty well behaved for the most part, but I would say my dog's a little more. I'm a little more strict with my dog than my parents are with theirs.
Mhm.
And then my
Violet
brother's
has
got
those.
a Chow mutt,
Oh yeah, Penny.
and it's a funny story how my brother got him or her. Because I was in Seattle, I was like, yeah, I was thinking about getting a dog, and his wife was like, Alec is not getting a dog before we are. So she literally picked a dog up off the street
Mhm.
in Memphis, Tennessee.
Hmm.
And it's this Chow mutt named Penny, and she's a great dog.
She's pretty great. She's so soft.
And they don't let her bark.
How did they
It's
pick
so
her up off the street?
They just grabbed her.
Yeah.
She was just
She
abandoned.
literally was just like.
Yeah, she was just on the street, group of dogs, and
A
the-
group of dogs.
It's like a
just
dog
the
gang.
stray dogs. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Just
A
can't-
group of stray dogs. That's ridiculous. How does that happen in Memphis, Tennessee?
yeah.
When
Sawyer
your
likes to say
dog
she pushed down a little girl to get the dog, like
Can't
trying to
snap
get
it.
for the
Why
other.
was she in Memphis, Tennessee?
That's where
That was where my brother was working at the time.
Okay.
Has Violet met
Stray
SB?
dogs. That makes me
Yes.
Yes.
like. I know dogs are meant to be in the wild, but like that scares me.
Yes,
No,
they
sh-
have.
She's great though.
Violet's an asshole.
Jeez.
She's not really.
How
an
old is
asshole.
Violet now?
She's
Minnie's
8.
fucking 12 years old.
That's
I
old.
said that. The same age as Leia. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my god.
it's my cat.
Yeah, Violet's 8. I mean, she was never really introduced to any dogs other than my aunt's. She doesn't do poorly with SB, but it could be a lot better. But then again, like SB's literally a puppy.
Still, yeah. She's
And
got a lot of energy.
Violet's like an old lady.
She does better with Clyde, though. I think
Yeah.
your aunt's dog than Violet.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Even though Clyde's 9.
How old is he? He's 9.
9. But he plays more to like SB's
Yeah.
liking.
Yeah.
Violet just has no rules.
No rules.
She
just right.
owns the house, and
She owns the
she's
house.
more spoiled than SB is for sure.
Big doggos. Bunch of doggos running around.
Yeah.
Well,
No, but that's like definitely like that's actually a great topic because of how strict you are with SB, and then I'm just like I shared my chicken
Yeah.
with Violet
Mm-hmm.
from my dinner. the
Yeah,
other
I
night,
don't
and
give
you
her.
can't do that.
I
with-
don't give her people food. Well, it's
Yeah.
also because her
Well, she's also very sensitive.
stomach is very sensitive.
But I don't know if that's because she didn't build up a tolerance to people food or if she's just sensitive.
Yeah.
And there's something to be said for
I
that.
mean, I don't know anything about that because I've never really had a dog, but my personal opinion is Winnie and Brian used to feed Macy people food, but it got to the extreme, like, it was bad.
Yeah.
I thought they weren't going to do it with the new dog, but I've witnessed them do it. And it's, like, to the point where, like, they didn't finish their spaghetti. Like, Macy would finish it off the plate. Like, it's fucked up. And then they save food for her. They would save food for her when we would go to Texas Day, Brazil, all the meats. They'd bring a little meat bag.
That's what my
His
mom
It
face
sounds
is-
like they do it for
That's
Violet.
what they do with Violet.
Yeah.
Like we just
it's
went out-
okay if it's meat, but once it's okay if it's meat because dogs are meant to, like, eat meat or whatever. But if it's like pizza, spaghetti, I don't want to, like, I
We
don't
don't
know. I
really
never
do
had a
that
dog, but I
with
feel
Violet.
like my grandparents' dog Susie, they would cook her chicken and like
Yeah.
give it to her.
I
Like
mean, that's
that's
normal.
That's
that's
fine.
different.
Yeah.
Like we just went out for my brother's birthday dinner and he got a steak and he cut off like a tiny portion of steak to immediately save it for the dog for dinner that week.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
how spoiled she is. I'm like, what the?
Mm.
I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
taking.
my spoil of SB is she gets wet food sometimes.
Like, she gets wet food and like all the toys.
All the toys.
real quick, because that's actually something that I've never had any pets. For Alec doesn't probably know that. I've never had any pets. But the wet food thing, I just heard that somewhere. I don't know if it was on a podcast or something like that. I heard that, fact check me, that they started giving dogs and cats dry food during like the World Wars or something because there was some sort of shit going on, like they couldn't produce it or whatever. And I heard that wet food is still better though for animals. Does anybody have any information on that?
I don't have any research on that, but they
I
definitely
heard
enjoy
that.
it more.
I think,
Yeah.
I think wet food.
It might have been Joe Rogan with Tim Dillon.
I think wet food is better, but sometimes it can cause diarrhea. Not to go too into it.
Mhm.
So,
I don't know what
but
wet
my
food. What is wet? Is it more
my
meat?
cats
Is there
are
meat
very
in wet food?
particular.
I heard that
It's
dry
just-
food was
it's
like bread.
fresher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dry food is just like it's like I feel like it's like
Yeah.
carbs, and wet food is
Oh
like
yeah, it was cats and shit, and they were developing diabetes or something like that. They were,
mini
I'm not telling you guys to change your food
No,
habits
but-
with your things.
no,
I'm just
that's
saying I
interesting.
heard that.
Yeah, Minnie's food, it
I
will
thought
be
that
like
was so
a
intriguing.
can of like tuna, chicken, shrimp, like whatever. And for dogs, it's mostly like beef and chicken or
Yeah.
whatever else.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
So I think,
Just wanted to be a part of the pet conversation because I.
Sometimes like the kibble is like they claim that it's like freeze dried bits of meat.
Yeah.
Whatever, like there's probably like cornmeal in it.
Super processed.
But sometimes I think it's an issue because they refuse to eat. I don't know about dogs, but cats. I'm sure dogs could be just as picky. Cats refuse to eat certain wet foods, and then it's like, oh, you can only get the one specific can of food they eat,
Yeah.
and it's like
And
ridiculous.
it's always the most expensive.
And then and it's horrible, but then you end up using dry, and I know it's not as good, but I'm pretty sure wet food is like way more expensive for dogs and cats.
It is.
So
I mean, it's easier to process a large quantity of dry food than it is wet food.
Definitely. Yeah. Damn.
What do you guys feed her?
The brand, I think, is Blue Wilderness.
I think so, Blue Wilderness.
Yeah.
Dry food?
A mixture of
Do you
both.
ever give her a mixture? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a dog thing. Cats don't do that. Alrighty,
Whoever
guys.
feeling's gonna, she gets a mix of both.
Yeah.
Not Violet though.
She gets whatever she wants.
She gets to
kibble.
order her own
She
food.
doesn't want to eat the kibble. We put cheese on.
I'm
it.
interested to see
She
how
gets
long
carrots.
this has been going because I feel like it's been going for a long
Probably
time.
Forever.
What's the time, Mark?
2.5 hours.
Jen probably has no clue what time it is.
Probably like 9.
Jen.
What the fuck?
9.
I've been looking at the clock.
I have no concept of time.
I actually wanted to cut it at 9:30, but I was like, we'll go until 10, and now it's like 10:15.
I have no concept of time.
Fuck it.
And
Let's go the rest of the night.
Going into this, I was like, I don't want to keep Amanda too long because she has to wake up early to go to work at the church. Here we are.
It's all good.
No, it's okay.
It's just quality
I mean,
content.
if
Quality content.
Mark wants to keep the conversation going, like I could still.
We can go for a couple more minutes, but my bladder's gonna go soon. So.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say it was quality content. No, I appreciate you guys coming through. I mean, we definitely both do. I think that
No, this was a lot of fun.
I'm
Yeah,
excited.
this was
I'm excited. Obviously, Alex, it's a pleasure meeting you, man. And we'll definitely have a lot more. We got to go get some dinner sometime. Love to have you guys back on the show. But it's nice to see that. Just again, the hallmarks. Anytime we have
Where
guests
are
on,
we gonna go to dinner? That's the topic.
yeah, we'll have to answer that.
Yeah, we can plan our dinner.
But anytime we have guests on the show, it's honestly, truthfully, it's really nice to see where people have came from, the things that, their past relationships, whatever, all those types of things, how they've formed into where they are in the present. And then ultimately, those other questions like, what have you guys found about each other, this, that, and the other thing from, the relationship so far? And what are your future goals? Like, obviously things change and people's ideas change, maybe little wedding today, big wedding tomorrow, like those types of details. But like when you guys are on the same page, or at least where each of you stand, whether it's you guys or any other couple that we talked to or anything like that, or us, I just think that leads to way better fucking results than anything else. So we're always happy to see that. And like I said, thank you guys so much for coming on through.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you
Thanks for having us.
For
Yeah.
having us.
Anytime.
That was good.
Anytime. You got anything else, Mando?
I don't think so. Hope you guys enjoyed listening. If you listened to this all the way through, God bless you. And
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. But with that, guys, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of AM and the PM with Amanda and Mark and our guests, Jenn and Alec. We thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you in the next one.